What is up? What is going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a great day. Welcome in, everybody. We've got Sleepy in the house, Williams in the house, Flick's in the house, Christian is in the house, I'm in the house, and the dog is in the house barking because haven't heard the dog bark for 2 hours wouldn't be a stream without the dog barking at somebody. I hope everyone's having a great day. Remember to get your picks in for the home run contest. I think everybody that's in here is in. Moses is in for Julio. Flick is in for Teo. William is in for Gino, and Sleepy is in for Ty France. Manimal, what is up, my friend? Good to see you in here. Remember to get your pick in for the home run. We are about 25 minutes for Ty France has taken Manimal. Sleepy's got him. The starting lineup, so you've got JP hasn't been taken. Cal might be a good one, the dumper. The Murph, Tom Murphy, Cade Marlowe, or Colton Wong. Anybody else would be someone off the bench, which you are totally welcome to take somebody on the bench. It just might be a little more difficult, although a bench player has won it before. We've got a tie for the contest so far between between Flick and Gunny are both tied at once. We'll see if we can get a tiebreaker today. If you guys can do me a favor, hit the like button for the stream. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. I hope everyone's having a great night. I'm doing something a little different today because I had to, all right, we'll put you Animal in for the Murph. I had to do a 3-week trial of Fubo TV because I cannot watch this game because I am in Arizona and I cannot watch on MLB.TV. So I had to do something else because I'm blacked out. I don't have cable. We do everything streaming. So I'm trying a free trial of Fubo just for the game. I just have to remember to cancel it. Otherwise, I am down $100 a month for something I do not want, although Fubo does look pretty cool. I'm watching James Paxton on the hill. Christian is in for JP. Cool, got it. Just so everybody knows here, I'll go over the contest in just a second here. If you are new to the channel, what we do, yes, I did. It was awesome. I had a great time. So definitely. Always cool to get to one. We got everybody in here. I love it. I love it. Saturday stream. Let's do it. For anybody new to the stream, put in your pick for who the first Mariners home run is going to be tonight. Now, some guys are taken, and at the end of the year, whoever picks the most correctly, I'm doing like a $50 gift, not $50 merchandise, whatever you want. $50 or under, you pick, as long as it's legal. A jersey. If you can find a jersey for $39, Mariners hat. As Moses says, Fernando, welcome in, my friend. Good to see you in here. Whatever it is, $50 and under, legal. I don't care. It doesn't have to be Mariners. It can be Seahawks. It can be Chicago Bears if you want, Christian. So whoever gets it at the end of the year, whoever has the most. So right now, Moses is on Julio. Flick is on Teo. William is on Gino. Sleepy is on Ty. Animal's got Murphy. And Christian has JP. Animal, I bet 1,000 on this game. Well, I hope you did not do that, my friend. Because I don't know. I don't trust them enough to put $1,000 on the Mariners, but I love it. If you did that, best of luck, and I hope they win it for you, my friend. There you go. See, if you want something Bears, you can do that. Right now, we got a tied at 1 between Gunny Studios and Flick. It's been a couple weeks since I've done a live stream, so I got to get my bearings back with it. Let's go over the lineups real quick as we are approximately 22 pitches. Ooh, good question, Sleepy. Let me do the lineups first, and then I will get in. Actually, you know what? Let me answer that first. So Sleepy asked thoughts on the Max Scherzer trade to the Rangers. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't think Scherzer's that good anymore. I don't think it's a bad deal for the Rangers. I think it's a veteran presence. It's that they're in first place. They need that depth. Martin Perez has not been as good this year. I don't think you expect Dane Dunning to keep up his performance. But Max Scherzer, I want to be on record, he has a FIP worse than Marco Gonzalez. So he has not been that great this year. He's also owed $40 million this year and I think $44 next year. I have no problem with the Rangers and Angels giving away some prospects for runs this year. I don't think the Mariners should be in on deals like that. I don't think it's a bad deal for the Rangers or anything. I think Scherzer will help them. I do. But Max Scherzer is not that great anymore. He is more of a fourth starter that's being paid like the best pitcher in baseball. Christian, it is. And listen, they need it. Like I said, Perez has not been as good this year. They've lost DeGrom. Haney hasn't been that great. I don't think it's bad by the Rangers to go get Max Scherzer. But I also don't think Scherzer is that great anymore. And as a Mariners fan, this deal, like the Rangers may beat out the Mariners. I don't know, probably will, but I don't think it's going to be because of this deal. It's not something I would want the Mariners to be involved in at all. I agree with you. Yeah, exactly. He's still good, still good. And a veteran pitcher that has postseason experience. If I'm a Rangers fan, I think there's a lot of good about this. But if you're looking for a Mariners perspective, he's owed a lot of money. And if some of the prospects rumored to be going are true, then I think as a Mariners fan, you're actually kind of happy about this. Gunny, welcome in. Good to see you in here. Get your pick in for home run. Julio, Teo, Gino, Ty, Murphy, and JP have all been taken. Man, well, who do I think will win the season opener? I feel like I'm letting you down a ton, my friend. You know what? I'm going to take the Lions in an upset. Let's do it. I think they come out, maybe a little Super Bowl hangover for the Chiefs. I'll take your Lions for you. I'll say 23-17 Lions. Why not? I don't know. Although I guess as a Seahawks fan, the Chiefs winning would be beneficial. Ford is not. So you're starting. Who's available that's still starting is going to be the big dumper, Cal Raleigh, Cade Marlowe, or Colton Wong. Those are the starters that are still left. You could take Ford. Remember, Ford has won the contest both times for you and for Flick. But Ford is on the bench. There we go. I had it for you, Animal. I'm taking the Lions. Hawks play the Rams. Rams, Hawks. That'll be 1:00 Pacific on for week 1. Guys, give me just a minute here. I'm still here. I'm just trying to get over to my monitor. I'm going to try and get the game on here, or the pregame. Again, I'm working with Fubu for the first time here with my 1-week preview. If one of you guys can remind me at the end of the week to cancel this free trial so I'm not paying for this, but it's the only way I can watch the Mariners. So I'm probably getting the Diamondbacks broadcast, I'm assuming. It's Star Wars night. That's right. It is Star Wars night in Arizona. There is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Vader. Let's see if I can make this bigger. That's what she said. There we go. Let's get back onto this screen here. I would hope so. The Rams are a tough team. I don't know what to make of the Rams because I think fully healthy, they are very top-loaded. Like Kupp, Donald, and Stafford are good. They're good enough. But that roster is just not very deep. So, but I'd almost rather face them end of the year because I think Stafford will be hurt. They could trade away guys, stuff like that. So I'd almost rather play them later in the year, but I think Seattle is the better team there. All right, we got Gunny in for Colton Wong. Got you down for it. Perfect. You might have to go to Oakland for dollar hot dog night. TJ, welcome in, my friend. If you're not subbed yet, hit the sub button. Appreciate MLB webcasts where I watch the games. I'll have to check it out. Normally, I'm not going to lie, for like if I'm not doing a stream, I'm, like Dofu streams and stuff, but I didn't want to do that for a live stream and have that go out a bunch, but I will check that out. I normally can watch. I have MLB TV, but with the Mariners being in Phoenix or in Arizona, I can't watch it because I'm in Arizona, so it just messes me up. So it's the 3 games that I just cannot do. Oh yeah, there you go. Animal says 16-1. So yeah, well, that's week 2 actually. That's gonna be a really tough game for the Hawks, and the Lions are gonna have a little extra rest as well. Oakland Dogs have unknown me. You know what? I will say this, Gunny. I've had a lot of dollar hot dog nights in Oakland. I survived. I don't know if they messed me up, but I did survive. There you go, Animal. Best of luck to you. I will say a prayer that you survive that trip. Hannah, good to see you as always. Thank you for the updates. Hannah always providing the great score updates, which is perfect for the Mariners being in the wild card race. Houston up 2-0 on Tampa. Probably not good news. Tampa's kind of locked into a playoff spot, either wild card or division. So probably rooting for the Rays there, but still plenty of time. And we probably had a few of those together, I think, probably in that stadium. So good to see everybody in. A lot of people in here tonight. So awesome to see. If you're not subbed yet, hit the sub button. And go ahead and like the stream if you haven't as well. That just helps get it out to more people. I'm getting close to being able to do super chats, thinking like 5 or 6 more streams, unless we have one that just blows up here, gets a few hundred people, then maybe it's a chance today. So tell your mothers, brothers, sisters, cousins, everybody. I'm currently live from enemy. Ooh, very cool. Well, that's awesome. Hey, I always love going to the ballpark. I don't care who's playing. There are a few things better than a day at the ballpark. Pretty good, Flick. Can't complain. Can't complain. Um, healthy and happy. Yes, Sleepy. Yeah, I'm getting closer. I'm thinking maybe my post game shows are getting a little bit more traction now. They used to get 50 to 60 views. Now they get about 150 pretty solidly. They get me about 15, 20 hours. I mean, a couple live streams blow up here. You know what I mean? A couple of the post games blow up. I mean, maybe in 2-3 weeks, it's possible. I mean, yeah, listen, somehow 100 people coming to this stream, it's not impossible. But that would be my guess is in a couple weeks here. Glad to see everybody getting along in the chat. That's awesome. Tauchman robbed a homer. Yes, I did. Cubs are on fire. How about your Cubbies? I think they've won 6 in a row. I'm not sure how they're doing today, but they are on fire. No, Joe's my name. I just did Jay because I don't know. At first I didn't really want to give out too much information on myself. So you can go Jay, but it's short for Joe. It's not really, I don't even go by Jay, I go by Joe. But I just did it just because Joe tried in pocket. I don't know. It's Joe. So good. They're climbing back into this. It has been I'll tell you what, this is why I'm not against the Mariners selling a little bit. I'm not saying the Mariners go into fire sale here and get rid of everybody. But what some of these relievers are getting, I mean, what Kendall Graveman got, stuff like that, even Giolito, I know he's not a reliever, but he's a rental. Man, I think the Mariners could get a very interesting haul for Paul Sewald. I really do. And I think you can trade Paul Sewald and still be in contention for this season. It's why I'm not against trading Paul. I don't think you do a fire sale or anything, but I do think it's a possibility. Series sweep would be fantastic. And the Mariners need it. I mean, listen, Ryan Divish made a good point earlier today. They're 15-8 in July. They've not made up a lot of ground. It just goes to show how tough it is. I talked about it in my kind of all-star break recap of the team. It's not easy to make up games on good baseball teams. I mean, Toronto's on fire right now too. So it's going to be tough for this team to do it. They just got to focus and win their games and then let the rest fall into place. And listen, no matter what happens, it's more fun to watch this team win than it is to lose. I think so too, Sleepy. It just might be too much for them to say no. That they might get an offer they can't refuse, to quote The Godfather. But it just might be the case. And I don't blame him. I would not blame him for it. And I think you can go out and listen. I know people don't want to see Paul traded, but like the bullpens are easy to build. Look how they got Paul Sewald. Paul Sewald was kind of a nobody cast off. Justin Topa, a cast off. Saucedo, these are all guys that have been DFA'd before, and they turned him into a great bullpen. So you can't have that philosophy and then be too scared to trade those guys when it might be time to do it. So I'm not saying you just trade Paul to trade him, but I do think that it might be worth it. So definitely force. Yeah, exactly. And Arizona is going to need to make some moves too, and they need bullpen help. So I do think Sewald is an interesting fit for Arizona. I saw that animal, and I saw Miguel Cabrera got a nice standing ovation as well. That was really cool. That was really cool to see. Flick, you can make a trade for somebody else, maybe someone that's a little very similar to the Graveman. Then they got Castillo. I don't think you replace Paul this year. I mean, I think you hope that Munoz and Brash step up and that Topa is good. I mean, remember when the Mariners made the trade, they traded Graveman and they got Joe Smith back in that trade. Joe Smith actually filled in pretty well. It's 50 games. Like, there's no reason that some guy can't have as good a numbers. And truthfully, like, bullpen guys are only as good as getting you to that 9th inning. So I think if you can get a legitimate haul, I don't think they should just be like, oh, we got to trade Paul. We got to trade him. But I'm always willing to trade bullpen pieces. And Flick, who knows? I mean, maybe Topa. Maybe Topa is the next Paul Sewald. He might not be. I'm just saying that could be the case. Who's going to be? I mean, probably Munoz initially, Topa. I definitely think the bullpen would take a step back. Like, it would certainly not be as good, but maybe they go out and get somebody I've mentioned a bunch of times, like Foley's on. There's Jason Foley from Detroit who could be available. He's a good young arm. You could get him. I mean, there's all sorts of guys out there. So you could sell high on Paul, buy low on somebody else. Listen, it may not work, but I'll be honest. And Flick, if they were 5 games up on a playoff spot, I'd say no, you need Paul. But they are 4.5. There's a decent chance even with Paul, this team doesn't get in. Like, it's very possible. So I have no problem trying to get the assets you can for him. Should brought a broom. Oh, well, not for game 1. No, and I'm not. I'm very casual when I'm at games. I sit back and just kind of just watch. I don't get into it with other. I'll cheer, but I don't get into it with people. It's just not my style. I'm a sit back, have my beer, and enjoy the game type of guy. Because at the end of the day, I'm not playing for these teams. Yeah, Graveman back. Yeah, and Graveman really hasn't even been that good this year. Oh, man, they've got Bob Brenly and Steve Berthume in Boba Fett and Mandalorian gear in the booth. I hope they're not in that all game. That's going to get hot. It is definitely Star Wars night in Arizona, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, Graveman back there to the Astros. What about Liam Hendricks? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, maybe you can buy low on Hendricks. I don't know. And this is where like my lack of knowledge sometimes with other teams just hurts. I don't really know who's having a great year. I would maybe look for a reliever that's kind of having a down year. You know what I mean? And then maybe buying low and hoping he rejuvenates or has kind of a comeback. Very, very similar to 21. They traded Graveman, and then they got Joe Smith and they went and got Castillo. And honestly, I don't think the bullpen really missed much of a beat in 21. That wasn't the reason they lost. So I'm okay if you trade Paul, go out and get someone else, and maybe someone else just kind of steps up in the bullpen as well. And I think Munoz, Brash, those guys at the back end are good enough. And the other problem is too, I know a lot of people say, oh, trade Spy or trade Saucedo, trade Topa. Those guys just don't have value. You get something. I'm not saying you wouldn't get something for Topa, but Paul Sewald could get you a legitimate haul, like a good package with maybe some major league ready players. Justin Topa, Gabe Spire are going to get you C-, D+ prospects that you cross your fingers. Maybe something happens. I think it's fun. I don't get super into it. I'm a Mariners fan. I thought it was cool. I was rooting for the USA. It was fun, but not the same as I get excited for the season. It's just like, I don't know. It's just not really my thing, to be honest, but it's a cool event. I like that they do it. And anything that can help grow the game of baseball, I think is really cool. I will put it at 7. Moses, I'll put the over under on 7 for Brian Wu. Let me just check my messages real quick. Perfect. Gunny, got your text. Thank you, my friend. Looking forward to that. Hope everybody is having a great night tonight. And we are about 7 minutes away from baseball. Oh, if you're not subbed yet, hit the sub button. If you have not liked the stream yet, hit the like button. 11 people in here. Thank you all for joining. Hope you're all having a good night and hope you're ready for baseball. Oh, we got to go over the lineups real quick. Let me do that for just a minute. First, for the visiting Seattle Mariners, leading off will be J.P. Crawford at shortstop. Batting second, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Batting third baseman Eugenio Suarez. Batting fourth will be the DH Cal Raleigh. Batting fifth in right field is Teoscar Hernandez. Batting sixth and playing first base Ty France. Batting seventh, the catcher Tom Murphy. Batting eighth in left field is Cade Marlowe. Batting ninth is the second baseman Colton Wong. On the mound for the Mariners with a 1-3 record, 4.91 ERA, 54 strikeouts, 13 walks is Brian Wu. Now for the hometown Arizona Diamondbacks in this game, leading off will be Geraldo Perdomo. He'll be at the shortstop position. Batting second is former Mariner and second baseman Ketel Marte. Batting third will be Seattle, homegrown Seattle, well, not homegrown, but product of Seattle, left fielder Corbin Carroll. Batting fourth will be the first baseman Christian Walker. Batting fifth is the DH Dominic Canzone. Batting sixth, right fielder Jake McCarthy. Batting seventh, third baseman Joshua Rojas. Batting eighth will be Alec Thomas playing center field. Carson Kelly will bat ninth and do the catching. And is that Brandon Pfaadt is on the mound? Is it Brandon? Is that the first name? I meant to write it down and I didn't. So let me double check. I believe it is Brandon Pfaadt. Yes, it is. But I will write that in there just to be safe. He is 0-4 with an 8.81 ERA on this season. Does have 27 strikeouts to 10 walks. So I think he's been better than his numbers would indicate, but certainly not off to a great start this year. Surprised Brian Wu only has 1 win. I was surprised to read that, actually. I thought he had a couple of them. This is one of my top 5. Oh man, Animal. I'd almost have to do a video on that because baseball's history is so deep. I mean, I'd forget guys like DiMaggio, Mantle, Ty Cobb, Honus Wagner, Jimmy Fox. I mean, there's so many. Babe Ruth. But then you got the modern guys, Griffey, Bonds. So I would almost say that would take a longer time for me to go through because baseball is just such a deep history. And it's always tough for me. I know I'm answering this way, way too much longer than you probably intended, but I always hate having to compare guys from like different eras. It's like in football, who's my top 5 quarterbacks? Well, if you look statistically, like guys like Johnny U are not top 5 players, but they also played in an era when wide receivers lined up in 3-point stances and you could punch them in the face before they ran down the field. Now modern offenses, you can't even breathe on a wide receiver without a penalty. So it's always so hard to compare eras. But that's a good question. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Fott as a starter, and with that ERA, we should line him up. I think he's a little better than the numbers indicate. Just looking at I mean, it's not like he has like 2 strikeouts and 20 walks. I'll take a W. I'm still with this team. Like, I don't expect them to light anybody up as well as they've played. They probably should. But I'm still like hesitant with this team a little bit, if you know what I mean. You know what, Christian? I actually think it's probably in their best interest. Well, I mean, it's probably in their best interest to trade them, but I get it. They're trying to go for it. They're in the race. They're in the race as much as the Mariners are in it. They've got a superstar. Probably their last few weeks with him, they're going for it. So I to an extent applaud it. And truthfully, from a Mariner standpoint, it's probably better. We've seen the Angels sell for Giolito and give up a lot. We've seen the Rangers now possibly giving up a lot for Scherzer. Probably a good thing for the Mariners long term. Yeah, exactly. You've got to go by decades to compare players. Football even more so, but baseball too. If you want a better chance of getting things signed a baseball game, bring team brand. Interesting. Bring your kids as well. If you're an adult and want to get stuff signed, that'll be my other comment with that. There we go. That's an order. That's what I want to see out there for the Mariners. Aaron Judge first. Oh, I didn't know Judge was back. Man, I'm way off. So on my what's going on. Who else is back that I didn't know? I know Jordan is back for Houston. 3-2 Yankees. That's not good news. We want Baltimore to win that game. I like that lineup too. That's my starting lineup. We're about 3 minutes from first pitch. If you are new to the stream, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and hit the like button as well. Just helps me grow my channel. If it wasn't for Ohtani, let me take a minute to think about that. Judge has been hurt too. Rushman, maybe? He's cooled off a little bit, I think, hasn't he? You know what? Let me check this out. I'm going to check out Fangraphs to see who leads the AL in WAR real quick before the game starts. Let's see. Who is the WAR leader? It's a Ohtani, Acuna, Freeman, Betts, Luis Robert, actually. Kevin Gausman. Simeon would be a good pick, actually. But Ohtani is so far ahead of everybody else. Then everybody else that leads MLB in WAR is from the NL. Acuna, Freeman, Betts, Wheeler, Carroll, and then Robert, Gausman, Simeon, Seager, Wander Franco, though he's cooled off, I think, a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it finally got better there for Mr. Judge. So he is back out there. That is the lineup. There it is, Animal. I like your lineup. I like it. That's a W. See, if that was the lineup, I would definitely say the Mariners should light up Fott. Is it Fott? Is that how you pronounce it? Fott? Does anybody know? It's spelled like P-F-A-A-T. I'm assuming it's not fat. It's not P-Fott. I'm assuming it's Fott. Hannah wants to go to right field. I like it. Hannah, I can see you conversing with the fans out there in right field, pretending to throw them some baseballs. Yeah, Scherzer is going to the Rangers. Did talk about that trade a little bit earlier. Listen, I don't think it's a bad trade all for Texas. Their rotation little shaky at the bottom half. They get better. But I will say, I said it before, Max Scherzer has a worse FIP this year than Marco Gonzalez. So I don't think it's quite as detrimental as people are maybe thinking. If I'm as a Mariners fan, I'm fine with that trade. Giving up top-level prospects for a guy that they're going to owe $40 million to that is probably on the downside of his career. I am fine with that. But from a Rangers standpoint, they're going for it. They have a lead in the division, and they're trying to win a World Series. And when you're trying to win a World Series, you sometimes have to sell the future for the current a little bit. I mean, we saw last year, Mariners trade a lot for Luis Castillo. Now he was better than Scherzer and signed a long contract. You guys know what I mean. Starting pitcher right field, I played like it. And we are about ready for some baseball. J.P. Crawford standing in. Fott is ready. And his first pitch to J.P. is on the way. And it is in there outside for a ball. They could flick. I hope they don't stand pat. I think that would be bad. I think that's a dumb decision for them to stand pat. But that wouldn't totally shock me if they did. I spelled warm up wrong on this. 1-0 to J.P. is on the way. And that drops in 83 for strike one. Good breaking ball. 1-1 the count here from Fott to J.P. Crawford. J.P. hitting 261 on the season. Steps in the 1-1 pitch. Outside 2-1. That's right. Play ball. I should have done that. Should have said play ball. I missed my opportunity. Fott is ready. And his 2-1 pitch to Mr. J.P. Crawford is on the way. That fly ball is hit to fairly shallow right field. Coming in and making the catch is McCarthy, the right fielder. And that is the first out of the inning. One down, and that will bring up Julio. Julio was Moses' pick to homer. J.P. was Christian's. So we're trying to see who can get the point in today's game. We currently have a tie between Flick and Gunny at 1. Mariners have not hit a lot of home runs in my streams, have they? They didn't hit a home run last night, actually, either. Mariners won game 1, 5-2, looking to take the series. Here's the pitch to Julio. That misses down low, 1-0. Actually, pretty good pitch, but catcher Carson Kelly couldn't catch it, and it's a ball. Sometimes when the catchers just can't hold on to it, it can be a strike, but tough for an umpire to see that, so call the ball. 1-0 from Fott to Julio. Julio red hot, the pitch. And he's going to foul that one off at 93, 1-1. Julio almost carried the Mariners to a series win in Minnesota. And a great game yesterday. Stung a double in the 9th, lit off the game with a single, and was hit by a pitch to reach base 3 more times. His OPS on the year is up to 748. So all of a sudden, Julio giving himself a pretty good season here all of a sudden. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball right to the shortstop. That's Perdomo. Fires it over to first, and there's quickly 2 outs here in the top half of the first. 2 down, and that will bring up Eugenio Suarez. I agree. Teo is definitely overdue. And this is Gino, who was Williams' pick to homer. So let's see if we can get one. Gino for William. 225, 14 homers, 62 RBIs, 707 OPS. Would love to see a Gino hot streak here. Love to see everybody on this team get hot. Gino hits a little comebacker. It's going to, I think, go off his foot. They're going to call it a foul ball. So 0-1 to Gino. Yeah, truthfully, every team getting hot would be nice. Every team, every player getting hot would be nice for the Mariners. The offense has been much, much better in July, though. That's part of why the Mariners, I believe, are 15-8 in this month. Definitely having their best month of the season. Fata's ready with the 0-1 to Gino. And the pitch. Inside, 1-1, 94. 1-1, 2 outs, nobody on here. Top half of the first inning just underway from Chase Field in Arizona. 0-0 Mariners and Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks in their home blacks. Mariners in the teal. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Have Sirius Radio in the trucker car. So again, I can stream it on. I could listen to this game. I do have the MLB app. I could do the radio broadcast. I just can't watch it. 2-1 pitch to Gino. Fly ball hit to fairly shallow right field. McCarthy coming in. He's got, I shouldn't say that, as that will retire the side. Quick 1-2 inning for Fott. We had the bottom of the first. It's Mariners nothing. The Diamondbacks coming up. I shouldn't say I can't watch it. I'm obviously watching it. But yeah, I can do the radio. And I like, sometimes if I'm not streaming a game or it's not a game that I'm too worried about, I like to listen to baseball on the radio a little bit. 4-1 Phillies. My wife's family will be happy about that. So Melissa Blackman, Cabrera, Trout, Ohtani. There you go. Charlie Blackman, number 1. Easy answer. Yeah, Rooftop and I will be on Monday. We'll be back Monday together. Andy Rodriguez doubles on the line drive. Oh, Pittsburgh cutting the lead to 4-2 against the Phillies. What inning is that in? Bottom 4. G-Man Choi. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. Former Mariner, right? G-Man Choi. Came up in the Mariner system, I believe. What's up, Flick? What's up? Give it to me. What do you got for me? Minnesota 0, Kansas City 6, top of the 4th. Royals taking it to the Twins this series. They had a walk-off home run. Grand slam. Bobby Witt hit it off Duran yesterday. Charlie Blackman obviously agrees with Manimal. I'm shocked to hear that. That's a good question. We're getting the frame. I know it sounds like I've said that for 2 months, but I think we actually just finally ordered it. There was a certain frame we wanted that was out of stock, and I think my wife ordered it yesterday because I'm getting a new chair, and I believe we got the frame as well. I want to wear it. I really want to wear that jersey, but I can't. I can't do it. So trust me, it'll be up here very soon. I'm going to take the Eagles poster down. Yeah, he was a I don't know if he ever actually played with the Mariners, but he was definitely in the system. Definitely, I'm a big time slacker, no doubt there. White Sox liquidation sale. I was like trying to read. I'm like, oh wait, what happened? 1-0 White Sox over Cleveland, who seems to be falling fast. Here we go in the bottom half of the first. Geraldo Perdomo will lead it off for Diamondbacks. He'll be followed by Ketel Marte. Corbin Carroll will bat 3rd. Christian Walker 4th. Canzone will bat 5th. McCarthy in right field 6th. Rojas 7th. Alec Thomas 8th. And Carson Kelly 9th. Brian Wu on the mound for the Mariners. And he is ready with his first pitch to Perdomo. And the pitch is popped up. Will this get out of play? It will. First strike 1. Perdomo, very patient hitter. He will work his walks. Can you get your wife to pop on and confirm the frame order? I don't know if I'm not sure what she's doing right now, but if she is listening, hop on and confirm for us. She might be doing something with the kids, so I'm going to let her do that and not get in the way there. Perdomo steps back in, and the 0-1 from Wu to Perdomo. The pitch. Line drive, fair off the glove of Ty France gets to it, but Wu is not covering. I don't think they would have gotten him anyways, and it's a leadoff single for Perdomo. Looked like it just kind of went off the glove of Ty France, and Perdomo's going to reach with a leadoff hit. Wonder who else was I don't the original. I did one like a few months ago. I actually used the YouTube streaming, and it was there was one way back in the day where I did a football talk one. Yes, we will, Flick. Get on that for me if you don't mind. 1 on, nobody out. Here's Ketel Marte, who wore out the Mariners last night on base 4 times. The Diamondbacks, as I'll get to it, here's the pitch from Wu. Down low. Nice job by Murphy to catch that. Diamondbacks had a base runner every inning last night, and it continues today. So 10 innings of baseball, and the Diamondbacks have had a base runner every inning. A lot of lefties here to start against Wu, who has struggled a bit against lefties. He's got to figure that out if he wants to be a more consistent major league starter. Perdomo on at first. The 1-0 from Wu to Marte. Fouls that one off 1-1. Runner at first, nobody out. Well, we'll see. Did they count as an error? It looked like it was hit pretty hard. I don't have the box. I'll have to pull out the box where they say error on that. I think it was a base hit because he hit that pretty hard. The 1-1 pitch to Marte. Outside, 2-1. Mariners defensively, Ty France is at first. At second is Colton Wong. Gino's at third. JP's at short. Marlowe in left. Julio in center. Teo at right, and Tom Murphy doing the catching for Brian Wu. 2-1 here on Marte. Perdomo gets his lead off first. And the pitch. Ground ball. This could be 2. JP steps on the bag for 1. Flings it over to Ty. Double play. Nicely done. And Taylor May. Doesn't get much easier than that. Quick 2 outs. So now I don't care if it is an error or a hit because it doesn't matter. D-backs are slightly favored. Not shocked at home. And D-backs are having a good season. They've been very cold as of late. July has been very unkind to them. But that's not shocking. In fact, that's pretty close to about as pick-a-me as you can get for baseball. I mean, it's not, but here's Corbin Carroll. He will step in here against Mr. Wu. And the pitch. That's in there for strike 96. Good pitch inside corner. It is definitely Star Wars night in Arizona. May the 4th be with, no, it's not May the 4th. Why did I just say it? May the July 30th be with you. I don't know what day it is. Here is the 1-0-0-1 from Woo to Carroll. Down low, 1-1. Looked like a slider that didn't slide. 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on here. Perdomo led off the inning with a single. Marte grounded into the double play. So we have 2 outs and nobody on. That's right, Sleepy. You have tie, don't you? So, yes, that'd be very nice. The 1-1. Carroll bounces that one foul, 1 and 2. Ty is due, man. It feels like Ty is due to have a hot streak. Not asking him to be an MVP, but like a hot streak. Something. 1 and 2 on Corbin Carroll. Next pitch from Woo will be his 10th of the inning. He comes set. And the 1-2 pitch to Corbin Carroll. Inside, 2-2. Another breaking ball at 84. Trying to bust Carroll inside here a little bit. Christian Walker is on deck. Woo sets again, and his 2-2 to Carroll with 2 outs. The pitch. Ground ball right to Ty France. Underhands to Woo for the out number 3. Carroll hustling hard. That will retire the side. We'll head to the top of the second. So Mariners nothing. The D-backs nothing. The stadium's nice there. Have you been there yet, Tone, to that stadium? It's actually, it's AC. They usually close the roof. Only time the roof is open is usually in like April for those games. But it's actually really nice there. It's a very comfortable stadium. I like going to the D-backs games. Yeah, I did 6 hours today. So then it was time for a shower. Oh, Moses. Oh, I obviously don't have a moving company, but I've done a lot of moving in the summer, and you cannot have enough water. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you're doing all right. I'm glad you're home and enjoying your evening now. Okay, you haven't been there yet. Yeah. It's actually a really nice stadium. I don't know if it's yeah, I've always wanted to go to the pool. It's not cheap to get out into that pool there. I wouldn't say it's like a state of the art stadium or anything, but it's definitely it's nice and AC'd. You think Hancock will be called to take Woo's spot? You know, I was hearing an interview with Dipoto last week, and he said Brian Woo is going to pitch through the season. Did anybody else hear that? I don't know if he meant like, I think what Jerry talked about was going to a 6-man rotation. I think it's possible we see Hancock, but I think what they do is I think they're going to add a veteran starter. A name I'll throw out there, someone like Rich Hill. I know it's not a sexy name. And I think they'll go with a 6-man rotation to limit the innings. But Jerry had said that Woo was going to pitch through the year, which surprised me a little bit. Yeah, I'm sure it looks clean. They have a hot tub too, but yeah, I'm sure that thing is floating with interesting. It's big down there too, actually, the area. They have like buffet set up down there. I was watching, I think Zach Hampel did a video on it. And it's bigger than I thought down there in the player. Dumb new feature when you go full screen, the live chat glitches out. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, YouTube, yeah, I don't know all their stuff, but it doesn't shock me. Yeah, I saw that Judge or Hannah made the point. Here's Cal. He will take ball 1 outside. Real quick, guys, is the sound better with the mic? I just want to be, I know in the videos it is, sometimes on the live streams. I think the computer actually has pretty good microphone abilities, but I'm hoping the sound is a little superior as well. The 1-0 to Cal. That drops in there for a strike. Good breaking ball, backdoor slider, it looks like from Fott. 1-1. If I'm saying that wrong, someone please correct me. It's definitely not Pafat. It's not fat. So I'm going with Fott is the most logical pronunciation there. The 1-1 to Cal. Line drive foul. 1-2. Did Cal do something? I hope so. Thanks, Flick. Appreciate it. Glad to hear that. And again, thank you to Gunny for the mic and everything. The setup's getting big here. Got a couple monitors waiting for a hard drive to come in, a new chair, new camera, everything. So the quality is going up. That's more my face. I don't know if that's what you guys need to see. The 1-2 coming from Fott to the dumper. Looks like maybe Cal took his time out here. It's always tough for me because I have to have these games on mute, so I'm not sure exactly what happened, but Cal does stand in here. Fott is ready, and his 1-2 to the dumper. Line drive, base hit into right field for Cal Raleigh. So a leadoff single here in the second for the Mariners. Sounds like Moses is like way ahead of me here. It is. It's a yeah, it is new. Mike Gunny got it for me. So very much appreciated. So I love it. It's cool for me. I just would normally record on my phone and whatever audio it picked up was it. So thank you to Gunny for the new mic, obviously. And he's hooking it up with some major stuff here. I'm going to do like a little tour once it's all set up, just waiting on a few more things to come in here. Here's Teo, and he takes inside ball one. Teo is Flick's pick to homer. So Flick looking for a 2-1 lead over Gunny. Teo, 236, 16 homers, 58 RBIs, 697 OPS. That needs to be, I know Teo's never been a guy that's going to walk a ton, but that needs to be in the 750s, 760s. The 1-0. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit that gets through. So it's first and second with nobody out. Thought that might be a double play off the bat, but it gets through. So a couple singles to start the second for the Mariners. First and second, nobody out. And that will bring up Ty France, who is Sleepy's pick to homer. It's as long as it's 50 or under. I'm doing 50 and under. Until I'm monetized, I can't go too crazy. If you can find yourself an Aiden Hutchinson jersey for under 50 and you win, yours. Exactly, Flick. Exactly. That's honestly, it's exactly right. Coon just homered 8-1 Braves over the Brewers. If we get no homers in these streams, I'm going to have to give him out for singles. Here's Ty, swing and a miss at a good breaking ball. Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you. Always appreciate it. You have been more supportive than probably anybody in the family outside of my wife. Thank you. Yes, good start here. Animal, no worries. We'll see you in 20. The 0-1 to Ty. It's a fly ball, pretty deep actually, until center field. Going back is Thomas makes the catch. Cal will tag, and he will get into third. So runners at the corners. It does move the runners up, and it's first and third with one out. Boy, the Mariners last night, and I know they scored 5, so I don't want to get on them too much, but in the 8th inning and the 9th inning, way too many guys left on base in just these type of scenarios. So hopefully they can come through today with something. Here's the Murph, 283, 7 homers, 14 RBIs, 889 OPS, and Murphy is Manimal's pick to homer. So we'll see if he can come through for the Manimal. First and third with one out here. But they've got 8th and 9th inning last night. They left. I mean, again, it didn't matter, but now it's 0-0. You gotta find a way to get somebody home here. Fott throws over to first. Teo is back. Only one more throw over for Fott here. With that new rule, makes it a little easier after they throw over the second time to possibly steal. No score, top of the second, first and third, one out for the Mariners. Here is the Murph. And the pitch. Fly ball hit to pretty deep center field. Thomas going back. He's going to make the catch in front of the warning track. This should easily score Cal. It will. So a sac fly from Tom Murphy will take it. It is 1-0 Seattle Mariners here in the second. Some not bad there. Ty moves the runner over. Tom gets him in. We'll take it. Not sexy, but it gets the job done. Hold on a second, guys. All right, I am back, guys. Sorry about that. Here is Cade Marlowe takes outside ball. We used to watch the tops. Oh, yeah. We did all that. And then we'd play NHL 99 for about 5 hours. Let's see. And then we Tiger Woods golf. Remember the knife, the little knife when you and your bro. We should. Tone, message me. Let's do a stream together for a game. I'd be down for that. The pitch tomorrow almost hits him 2-0. If you want to, let's do that. That would be fun. Seems like, yeah, it does, doesn't it? I don't know what their dimensions are, how much bigger they are. They've got it jets out really weird too. NFL would be awesome. Yeah, we should definitely. That'd be fun. I'd be down to do that. Absolutely. Here's the 2-0 to Marlowe. Fouls it off 2-1. I'll take it. Yep. It's better than nothing. Better than nothing. So Tone, message me on that. If you want to do that, you are welcome on for any stream. A family affair here. 2-1 on Cade Marlowe. Runner at first is Teoscar Hernandez. 2 outs, 1 in here in the second. 1-0 Mariners on the Murphy sac fly. The 2-1 to Marlowe. Fott comes set in the pitch. That ball's hit to pretty deep right field. Going back McCarthy to the warning track, and he is there to make the catch. There's some pretty loud outs there for the Mariners. Marlowe didn't miss that by much. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's the Mariners 1, the Diamondbacks 0. Would have liked to maybe gotten a couple more there. Just FYI, guys, I may have to hop off for a couple minutes. I'll keep the stream on. My wife is having to go run and do something, and my youngest son is across the street playing at a friend's house. So if he comes home, I may have to help out with that. So just FYI on that, guys. I may have to hop out for a few minutes at some point. Have a setup for streaming, no camera, and working off a lot. Well, I've done a lot of these streams off the laptops. So, well, when you do and you're ready, let me know, and you are welcome on here. I did too. I keep losing my train of thought. It looked like where the right fielder McCarthy was standing, it wasn't going to quite get out, but it kind of carried a little bit there. So I thought for a second that might get out. And of course, it would be Cade Marlowe, who nobody took in the pool to win. So you got like 3 weeks to get it together for the NFL. If you guys are new to the stream, please hit the sub button and don't forget to like the stream as well. Getting closer to being able to at least do some super chats on here. That's Jack in the Box commercial. I thought it was Popeyes for a second. Jack in the Box spicy chicken strips. We are back. More Star Wars stuff going on in the outfield here. Star Wars night in Chase Field, or at Chase Field, I should say. Always a fun time. I think there was some sort of bobblehead for the game. I don't know if it was a bobblehead or some kind of Star Wars-y giveaway. 1-0 Mariners here, bottom of the second. So we'll see if Brian Wu can shut the Diamondbacks out. Mariners still looking for their first 1-2-3 inning of this series. The Diamondbacks had a base runner every inning in this series. It'll be Walker, Canzone, and McCarthy due up. Now, technically, he did face the minimum in the first thanks to double play. We'll see if the Mariners can actually not allow a base runner in an inning. Here is Walker, and Wu's first pitch to him is outside for a ball, 1-0. Wu threw 11 pitches in the first inning. Walker having a great year, 265, 22 homers, 860 OPS for the big slugging Diamondbacks first baseman. Wu is ready, and his 1-0 to Walker is inside, 2-0. 1-0 Mariners. In the top of the second, Cal Raleigh led off with a single, followed by Teo. Ty flew out, advanced Cal, then a Tom Murphy sac fly has given the Mariners a 1-0 lead in this game. Wu was ready, and his 2-0 pitch to Walker is low, 3-0. So Wu not real sharp here to Walker so far. $1 in the super chat. That's awesome. Oh, I got to go back and watch that. Flick, thank you. Appreciate the update. Basically, double Houston 5-0 on Tampa. Not good news there for the Mariners. Flick, appreciate the update there. Fought at 24 pitches through 2 innings. The 3-0 from Wu to Walker is low. That was a perfect pitch, bottom of the zone. Called the ball, so we will not have our first inning with the Diamondbacks not getting a base runner as Brian Wu walks Christian Walker on 4 pitches. That was a pretty good pitch there, 3-0. That was a strike, but, not all going to get called for you. I'll bring up Dominic Canzone, 226, 1 homer, 6 RBI, 681 OPS on the year. Runner at first base here with nobody out. And now Wu's got to face another lefty. Wu's ready in his first pitch to Canzone. Ground ball. Nice play by Gino. Flips over to second for 1. On to first. Double play. What a stop by Gino and a great flip by J.P. Crawford. And they turn 2. Diving stop by Gino. Flips it over to JP. I didn't think there was any way they turned 2 on that. And JP flipped it over to first. What a play by Gino. Ranging to his left from his knees. Threw it to JP. On the first, definitely got him. Double play. Second one turned by the Mariners. AZ used a lot of, yeah, they did. I will say Henry did a nice job for them to get through 6. I thought he was going to be gone after 2 or 3 yesterday, but he battled for them. I did too. That 3-0 pitch was pretty good, but they got the double play. Yeah, great double play there. It's amazing how one pitch and he can just make it up there. Here's Jake McCarthy, the right fielder, 695 OPS on the season. He stands in against Woo. He takes down low, 1-0. Oh, Gino is good defensively. And I don't even mind him offensively either. Like, he's got enough pop that it makes up for some of the low average and stuff. It just, you need a better lineup to make up for that, if that makes sense. The 1-0 pitch is inside, 2-0. Close pitch there. It's just when you need those guys to carry your lineup, it becomes tough. But I don't have a problem with Gino, and I don't have a problem bringing him back next year, unless you're going to pull something for like an Arenado trade or something. There's not a lot of great options there. Woo is ready. His 2-0 pitch to McCarthy. Fly ball slicing into the gap. Marlowe going back. He's got it tracked. He makes the catch just in front of the warning track, and that will retire the side. We'll head to the top of the third. It's the Mariners 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Edit this here. Nice job by Woo to work around the leadoff walk. Check in on the comments, how everybody's doing here. Yeah, I'm with you, Flick. The power's starting to come back a little bit for Gino, which is awesome. But I'd love to see that average up, even like 20 points. You know, that raises that OPS to 720, 730. I would take that. I would take that. Gino's been defensively, and when he first came over, things people say was bad as defense. I wonder if it was because they were watching him at shortstop maybe, and he wasn't as good there. But the Mariners have been very blessed with third base defense, from Beltre to Seager to Gino. At least in recent years, they have been very blessed there. I agree with that, Flick, 100%. Here are the dimensions. Thank you, Gunny. Appreciate it. So yeah, it feels like they do have a pretty big outfield just from when I've been there. And then that left field, remember the one Julio hit last night? I thought was going to get out, but it kind of went to that weird pocket there in left field. Flick, and they answer your question listed as the field dimensions there. Yeah, and yeah, Flick, I agree with you there. He's got a great arm as well from third base. Gino's made some throws that have just been like, you don't think he's going to get it, and makes it. The guy that really kind of baffles me is JP because, you know, the eye test JP looks fine, but if you look at all the defensive metrics, I do not like JP at all. It's odd that JP is actually being carried by his offense of all things. So it's JP, you know, his positive attributes have been offensively this year. White Sox 3, Cleveland nothing. It's been rough for you, Sicko, recently. They have not. Good to see you in here, by the way, my friend. July's been tough for them. Just survive it. There's always that 1 month in every season that a team has that just isn't great. You just got to push through and hope you don't lose too much ground. Here is Colton Wong. He takes outside ball 1. 14 people in here. Welcome in, everybody. Scherzer is officially a Ranger. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that update. Curious what the package was going to the Mets. The 1-0 to Colton Wong, who is Gunny's pick to homer. Wong sends a line drive, base hit into right field. So another leadoff single for the Mariners, courtesy of Colton Wong. I said it earlier in the stream. I'll be honest, Max Scherzer, you know, you guys are probably sick of me saying this now, higher FIP than Marco Gonzalez this year. He has not been that great this year. He's been more of a number 4. He has great postseason experience. He's a veteran. He's a Bulldog. I don't think it's a bad move for the Rangers, but as a Mariners fan, I also don't think it's the worst thing ever that the Rangers are going to be paying a lot of money to a guy that, truthfully, probably on the back end of his career and probably gave up a pretty decent haul of prospects. So I think Rangers fans should be excited. They're going for it. They needed some rotation depth. Perez hasn't been as strong. Don't know how much you can rely on Dunning either. Here's the pitch to JP, and that's outside ball 1-0. Yeah, sack fly from Murphy for the RBI. Yeah, definitely appreciate that update that it's official. Thank you. Oh, man, poor Flexen. 2-0 Oakland over Colorado. Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth there, Sleepy. I do too. The 1-0 to JP. Swing and a miss. Mighty cut. 1-1. Still waiting for that first home run, I believe, as Tony Kemp sack fly. Man, Flex is even struggling against Oakland. Tough park to pitch in, though, in Coors. Who had JP? It was Christian has JP. Colton Wong led off with a single. Runner at first, nobody out for Mr. J.P. Crawford. And the pitch, throw over to first base. I'm assuming not in time. Colton Wong is back. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for me on the road to 2,000. Just helps me out a lot. Don't forget to like the stream as well. It just tells YouTube that you may be enjoying this and other people may be enjoying it as well. The 1-1 pitch to Mr. J.P. Crawford here. Fouls it off, 1-2, 94, top of the zone. 1-0 Mariners here, top of the third. Yeah, I think they still have to go through a physical for Scherzer because he's had some medical stuff. I think they still have to do a physical. That might not be till like tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know how quickly they do these things. The 1-2 from Fott to JP. And the pitch. Ground ball through the hole on the right side for a base hit. Wong's going to hustle his way to third base and get in there. That just gets through. And it's first and third, nobody outs. You know, it's amazing. In April or May, that's a double play. That's a double play. JP hits into the double play there because it's just to the right. Mariners are going a little better now. And these are finding holes. I should say when you find the holes, you're going better. That's probably the better way to look at it. But here we go. Here we go. Here is, again, we were talking about for the home run. I know these shirts are on hold. Okay, yeah, still turn your head and go. Yes, for the, for the physical. 4-0, poor flex. Here is Julio, runners at the corners. Grounds that one fair. Over to second for one. That's all they'll get. That was a fair ball. Good job by Colton Wong to get back to third. So it'll still be first and third with one out here. Interesting. Okay. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. Still a lot going on. I am. Welcome back. Welcome in. Punt. Appreciate it. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, that's a foul ball. Is that not foul on that play? We should look at this. Maybe not. Here's Gino. That looked like it might have been foul. I don't know. Nice play there by Rojas. Mariners can't. You got to score something here. You don't need 5 runs every inning, but got to find a way to get a run there. Not a very good at-bat there by Julio. Runners at the corners now with one out for Gino. Throw over to first base, and Julio is back. Time. The good news is you do have Julio's speed now on the bases, so it might be a good time to steal here. Oh, man, Flex has got to be close to done there. Oh, poor Chris Flexen. But he's got a nice paycheck coming to him, so it's not the end of the world. Runners at the corners. Here is Fott's pitch to Eugenio. Takes his time in the pitch. Bottom of the zone, called a strike. It was a strike, but Wu did not get that pitch against Christian Walker, for the record. Just want that on the record. It is 0-1. Good pitch. Bottom of the zone. Not much you can do with that. You swing and hit that. It's probably a double play. Fott really taking his time. 5 seconds on the clock. He comes set and is 0-1 to Gino. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. You got to score here, guys. That at bat by Julio was not good. First pitch, swinging and just do it. Got to find out even a sac fly here. Chip it, get it to 2-0. Just keep adding on. First and third, one man down. 0-2 here from Fott to Gino. And the 0-2 pitch. Way outside, 1-2. Good pitch there. See if he'll chase it. If you're going to hit it on the ground, hit it soft. If not, try to get something in the air here to get Colton Wong home from third. Gino's been good with runners in scoring position. Hopefully me saying that is not the kiss of death of this at-bat. Fott is ready in his 1-2 pitch to Gino. And the pitch. Fly ball. It is going to be caught by the left fielder, Canzone. Colton Wong is coming home. He will score. It's a sac fly for Eugenio Suarez, and it's 2-0 Mariners. That was not Canzone, excuse me. That was Corbin Carroll in left field. I'm sorry, with other teams, always sometimes tough to remember. Wasn't hit very deep, but it was kind of hit on a line, so Carroll had to make a kind of run over to his side. Couldn't really set his feet to make the throw there. We will take it. Yeah, Flex is just cooked at this point. For J Fish script, distributing 5 different script for everyone. So I'm going to say, perfect. I sent you my email. I think you got it. Just email it over to me. I think so too. I think they're going to have to make some additions. They need bullpen help. They need some bullpen help. Here is Cal Raleigh, runner at first, 2 down, swing and a miss, 95 from Fott. This would be a good time to send Julio, in my opinion. See if you can get him in scoring position. See if maybe Cal can get a base hit. Worst case is Cal leads off in the fourth. 2-0 Mariners here, top of third. Good at bat by Gino. Got the run in. Couple sac flies. No one has Cal in the home run contest. Throw over to first base. Julio's back in time. Where'd my mouse go? There it is. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to get, especially after yesterday at the late innings, how they left so many guys on. Not going to complain. They did good at bats there. Gino didn't try and do too much. Got it in. You'd love a big inning, but, and we'll see. Maybe Cal can do something here. The 0-1. And that ball is the swing and a miss. It looks like 0-2. They got that behind the camera plate for that one, which I hate. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like the stream as well. Cal 1 for 1, hitting fourth tonight, singled back in the second inning and scored a run on the Murphy sac fly. Mariners had a Colton Wong single, a JP single, advanced in the third. Julio grounded out, did not advance the runner. And then Eugenio Suarez with the sac fly. And that's where we stand, 2-0. Here is Fott, throws over to first, and Julio's back in time. So that's the last throw over there for Fott. So this would be a good time. It is an 0-2 count, but I think you send Julio here. Like I said, worst case scenario is you've got Cal leading off the fourth. That's not the worst thing in the world. Cal's a good patient hitter. He's fairly hot right now. I think you send Julio, and then you give Cal an RBI chance here. There's Manny Acta over at third base for the Mariners. Very clean ball dome for Mr. Acta. I'm not sure what. Oh, Cal took his time out. Stands back in. Next pitch will be 38 for Fott. So his pitching count's actually in pretty good shape. Pitch count. I said pitching count. The 0-2 to Cal. Up high, 1-2. Julio does not go. 1-2 here on the Mariners' designated hitter tonight. Cal Raleigh Murphy doing the catching. It's 2-0 Mariners, top of the third. Julio's on at first with 2 outs. And the top of the third, the 1-2 from Fott to Cal. Fott has used both throwovers, so Julio can go here. The 1-2 pitch. And that's strike 3 called. Julio was going. Cal held up on it, and that was a strike. That was right there. And that will retire the side. We'll head to the bottom of the third. It is the Mariners 2 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Yeah, and they did. It was just Cal took it. But, yeah, I think that's definitely a spot to send him for sure. Yeah, Twins have been, the Mariners got it, and then the Royals are taking it to them. That is, a good. Yeah, luckily for the Twins is the Guardians aren't really taking advantage of it, so you're still in good shape. I have Teo Raleigh, great player. He's a dual threat catcher, DH. That would be, if you can get Cal's kind of patience with some of Teo's power. Yes, it's little cherry Coke for the evening. Yeah, frustrating finish there. But, it's probably one of those games where it feels like the Mariners should have more. But it's also like we've seen this team with some of these scenarios with runners at third and less than 2 outs. It's good to see them get a couple in. I think they're going to need more than 2. But a good start here. Acuna steals. Wow. Acuna's been so good. Definitely the NL MVP. Unless I'm missing somebody there, Acuna will take home the hardware from the National League. Bottom of the third, actually, Wu, and again, the Diamondbacks have not had an inning without a base runner against the Mariners in this series. But Wu has erased them on double play, so he has faced the minimum here. It'll be Rojas, Thomas, and Kelly due up for the Diamondbacks. We'll see if the Mariners can have their first 1, 2, 3 inning. The double plays are nice. Let's not even need double plays. Let's just get 1, 2, 3 and get the bats back out there for the Mariners. Scherzer, okay. So the teams are finalizing it now, just waiting for the physicals and everything. Yeah, I think he would approve it. There is the pool. That looks like maybe the hot tub. Some kids having fun in there. His mom and dad probably paid about $4,000 for those poolside seats. You got to go in a group if you're going to do the pool. D-backs are hosting the Padres August 11th through 13th. I am on the Diamondbacks broadcast. Here is Joshua Rojas. Bottom of the third, stepping in against Brian Wu, and Wu's first pitch to him is in there for a strike. And then hold on 1 second, guys. I will be right back. I apologize. I'll be right back, everybody. And we're back very quickly. It is 1-1 here on Rojas. And Wu's pitch is popped up, shallow center field. Julio coming in. He's got to play on it and be beat on it. Makes the catch, 1 down. Flick, appreciate it. Actually, not bad pitch count for 39 through 3, considering he's had some traffic. He's done a nice job working around the traffic. He hasn't allowed it to get out of hand here. I do have something here that's going to kind of funnel the noise. I've got a little thing for the back. I just have to get it hooked up. And then I do have a stand coming in as well. So, yes, there you go. Gunny gets the info in there for you. Here is Alec Thomas, the center fielder tonight. He fouls it off, 0-1. 1 out, nobody on here, bottom half of the third. 2-0 Mariners. Thomas steps back in against Wu. Wu looking for his second big league win. I'm surprised he only had the one. The pitch. Ground ball foul, 0-2, and I believe it was in Yankee Stadium. That was a long time ago. That was his one win, wasn't he? Won at Yankee Stadium, that blowout game. Yes, I'm excited for all of it. I'm like, this is like Christmas for me. And it's like all coming at different times, getting packages. I was disappointed, though, because one of the Amazon packages, I was opening it up. I'm like, oh, what's this one? And it was just dog food that we ordered for the dog. So she got some stuff, too. The 0-2 to Thomas. Fly ball down the left field line. That's going to get out of play, foul. And we'll do the 0-2 again. Wu at only 25 pitches here. 1 out, bottom of the third. 2-0 Mariners. Rojas led off the inning with a shallow fly out to Julio. Wu is ready. And his 0-2 to Thomas. He comes set. Wiggles the glove around as he always does. Now he comes set. And the pitch. Fly ball again. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Wu getting that pitch clock down to 1 there. Yes, it does. Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to have the stand and really get everything set up. I can't wait. Yeah, Houston's going to beat Tampa here today. They're up 9-0. Thank you, Hannah. Bottom of the 5th. So Mariners aren't going to gain a lot of ground here today. It looks like. I'll check in on Texas and everything in a minute. The 0-2. Good hold up. 1-2. Mariners have to win their game first. That's only 2-0 here, top of the third. But even with that, they it's just tough. I mean, they're still going to be, if they even win this game, 4.5 out. They've been playing great, just not making up a ton of ground. But all you can control is yourself. Wu's 1-2 to Thomas. Fouls it off again. Long at bat here by Thomas. Exactly. That was it. I was so excited. Oh, it got sent to the wrong address, didn't it, Gunny? That you meant for that one to go to you. It was very premium dog food, I will say. The 1-2 from Wu to Thomas. He holds up on that. Good breaking ball. Good take by Thomas. 2-2. This has got to be like the 8th or 9th pitch to this at bat now. Carson Kelly on deck. Next pitch will be 30 for Brian Wu. I want to say the 8th pitch of this at bat already. Comes set, almost has a pitch clock violation. Could have been called on it, the pitch. And Thomas fouls that one off, and we'll do it again. 2-2. Man, even the D-backs go down 1-2-3. They just have to foul off pitches to do it. If you guys are new to the stream here, please hit subscribe as I try to get to 2,000, and hit that like button for me as well if you're new here. Appreciate everybody that is joining me on a fun Saturday night. The 2-2 again from Wu Thomas. Wu really getting that pitch clock down there. The pitch. Line drive off the glove of JP and into center field for a base hit. Can we have a 1-2-3 inning? Are they just going to have a base runner every single inning? That was hit really hard. Would have been a kind of a tough play for JP. But just kind of took a skip over his glove there. That was kind of in between. It was like, do you catch it on a line or do you let it bounce? That was the problem there for JP. It was hit on such a line there. I think JP was kind of in between. Do I catch this on the fly or do I try and field it? And then just kind of one-hopped him. If anybody has any updates on the Rangers and the Red Sox scores, I'd appreciate it. No worries. But if someone has that, if you can post it in the comments, I'd appreciate it. Here is Carson Kelly, the catcher, hitting 9th. 1 out, 1 on. Long battle there, won by Thomas with the base hit. Wu's pitch is in there for a strike, 96. Good pitch by Wu, 0-1. I would imagine the Mariners have everybody in the bullpen available. Maybe not Brash, but I'd imagine Munoz didn't pitch much yesterday. I think Sewald would be good for another day. Getting way too ahead of myself there, but just thinking out loud. The 0-1 from Wu to Carson Kelly. High chopper, Gino coming in. He's going to have to barehanded fire over to first. What a play by Eugenio Suarez. A high chopper. Gino barehanded it went over to first and got Carson Kelly. Good thing Carson Kelly doesn't run very well, but what a play by Gino. Barehands it on the bounce and fires over first in plenty of time. Thomas does move to second, but there are now 2 outs here with a runner at second. What a play by Gino. I'm surprised they called that an error. That was a tough play. I wonder if they changed that. Thank you, Flick, playing the Rangers, and Hannah. Appreciate that, Flick and Hannah. Thank you both for the update. 1-0-0 mid first. The pitch to Perdomo on the ground. Nice job by Ty. Underhands to Wu for the out, and that will retire the side. We'll head to the top of the fourth. It remains the Mariners 2 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Mid first in that game. So go Padres. Still maintain, I think Houston wins the West here eventually. Checking on the comment section. Yeah, Gino with 2 fantastic plays today that have probably saved the Mariners a run here. NBA team 1, Canada's last remaining baseball team 6. I don't know. I guess it's good to keep the Angels down, but I'd almost rather the Angels win than the Mariners still play the Angels enough to beat them. So from Mariners' perspective, I'm not sure. They need to catch both teams. So I guess take it either way, but the Blue Jays are the team in first. Yeah, Gino, and with an RBI, Gino with 2 great defensive plays, and he's batted in a run today. So good game for Gino. Coming up for the Mariners in the next inning it'll be Teo, Ty, and the Murph due up here. So still got a chance for those home run picks here. Teo for Flick. We have Ty for Sleepy and Murphy for the Manimal. So hopefully someone can get that home run. I feel like we've done like 10 streams with the home run contest, and we've still only had 2. We're still tied with Flick and Gunny. I know I was gone for about a week with streams, but still, I feel like we've done a lot of games without home runs for the Mariners. And they've been playing better, but just they're not hitting home runs on my streams. They didn't homer yesterday either. I don't think anybody homered yesterday, actually. Yeah, D-backs scored both their runs on 1 wild pitch and an error. He's due. When did Teo last homer? Did he homer in that Blue Jays series? If not, it has been since... Man, when did Teo last homer? Before the All-Star break? Did he get 1 in that Blue Jays series? I didn't get to watch all those games because I wasn't home, obviously. I think he did get 1 against the Blue Jays. I don't quite remember. Here is Teo. Fott's first pitch to him. Ground ball foul. Slider a little outside. Teo kind of tried to hold up. Couldn't check his swing. Fouls it off. 0-1. Teo did single back in the second inning. Got his OPS up to 700. Love a home run, but we'll take singles. We'll take a bunch of singles. Fott's 0-1 to Teo. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Good pitch. 94 in on his hands. Even if he makes contact, nothing he's going to be able to do with that. 0-2 on Teoscar Hernandez here, leading off the top of the fourth. Fott is ready. And his pitch to Teo. Fouls it off. Good cut by Teo. 94. Another good pitch. Teo fouls it straight back. And we'll do an 0-2 again. Teo will be followed by Ty, who will be followed by Tom Murphy, who's probably swinging the best bat on this Mariners team right now, is the Murph. Fott is ready and is 0-2 to Teo. Swing and a miss at a slider, nowhere near the strike zone. Teo goes fishing for out number 1. I get with 2 strikes, you got to protect, but man, that is, a good pitch. You know, you're not going to give him a strike 0-2, but I don't see any point where that ever looked like a strike. Not that I'm saying I would hit it anyway, but that's Teo. 1 down, nobody on, and that will bring up Ty France. So we'll see if Sleepy can get on the board here and tie Flick and Gunny in the standings. The pitch to Ty. Fouls that one off at 95, 0-1. He did homer against the Twins, man. Which 720? Which series was that? That was that. Oh, that's the game they won. That's right. The Kirby shutout. That was another game I kind of missed. I was on the road for it. That's right. He did homer there. The 0-1. Thank you, Flick. Called a strike. That was a little outside, but it is now 0-2 on Ty France. Close pitch, borderline, but a ball. goes the way. I don't have the Rooftops updated tracker here, but I think that's like a minus. I think that's like a -3 for the Mariners, but I haven't paid too much attention. The 0-2 to tie France. Slider lays off of it outside, 1-2. One out, nobody on here. Top half of the fourth inning, 2-0 Seattle Mariners. Leading the Arizona Diamondbacks here. Fott is ready in his 1-2 to tie. Comes set and the windup and the pitch. Ty fouls that one off, 95, and we'll do the 1-2 again. Pittsburgh coming storming back and taking the lead on the Phillies. So my wife's family not going to be happy about that result. But the Pirates up 7-4. That is a team that dropped off after a ridiculously hot start. The 1-2 to tie. He holds up on a slider outside, 2-2, similar to the pitch that got Teo. I don't think any of us really expected the Pirates to hold up, but they went from like 23-8 to 42-63 or something. I think it's been quite that bad, but it's been a drop. The 2-2 to tie France. Pops it up. Playable on the infield. Looks like Perdomo is going to call for it. And he will get it, and 2 down. And that will bring up Tom Murphy. Washington, Queens wholesale. Who's Queens wholesale store? Wait a minute. Who's that? Oh, the Mets. God, why am Queens? I was thinking like an actual queen. The city of Queens. Oh, man, what a disappointment the Mets have been this season. Was that really his last home run? No, he had to have homered since then. Here's the pitch to Murphy. Murphy with a drive. Deep left field. Going back to the track, to the wall. Goodbye, baseball. The Murph homers. That is a point for the Manimal on the board, and the Mariners take a 3-0 lead. How hot, and I mean baseball-wise, a good-looking guy, but how hot is Tom Murphy right now? Oh, my gosh. Murphy needs to be playing every day. What a shot by the Murph. 3-0 Mariners. 2 outs, and the Murph just turned on a pitch. That was a pretty good pitch, too, inside. But Murphy has just got that country strength here. Did somehow, are you guys not able to comment right now? Because I feel like there should be some comments with Murphy homering. So there's a point for the Manimal. Here is Cade Marlowe. He takes strike 1 on a breaking ball. So I got to make a point for that. Animal, if you're in here, you have a point, my friend. You are now tied with Gunny and Flick at 1 apiece. Where's Live 200 to keep track of these things for me? The 0-1 to Cade Marlowe. Almost hits him inside 1-1. Very good. Oh, you got the gabagool and some mozzarella? Need some vinegar peppers for that too. Gabagool, over here. 3-way tie now between Gunny, Flick, and the Manimal. Here is Cade Marlowe, the 1-1. Ground ball foul. Live 200, if you're in here, write this down for me. 1. Animal 1. 3-way tie for the home run lead. And, I mean, you could say that's more importantly, but the Mariners also take a 3-0 lead here. Fott comes set, his 1-2 to Cade Marlowe. Fouls it off. And nice thing, too, is Murphy home run, not only just get the Mariners a run, it's made Fott throw a few more pitches here, and Marlowe having a pretty good at-bat. Pittsburgh just loading and base load in Pitts. Oh, for the Phillies. Okay, Phillies a chance to come back there. Yes, Moses, really good to see here. Good start to this one. The 1-2 to Cade Marlowe. Fouls that one off again. Good at bat here by Marlowe. If anything, getting Fott closer to that 60 pitch marker. Maybe you can have a chance to get him out after 5 or 6 and get back into that bullpen a little bit, which has not been that good this year for the Diamondbacks. So if you can get in there and do some damage, that would be awesome. The 1-2 to Cade Marlowe. That's a fly ball hit to pretty deep center field. Thomas going back. He's got it right in front of the warning track. Makes the catch. Marlowe's hit the ball hard twice. Nothing to show for it. Good at bat, though. Made him throw some pitches. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. The Mariners get a run on the solo blast from the Murph. 3-0 Mariners going to the bottom of the 4th. Good start to this one. Mariners, good situational hitting, adding a little power. The Manimal gets a point. That's awesome. And it's 3-0 Mariners. So all around pretty solid. I was going to do something, and I literally, what was I going to do? I was going to unplug this. That's what I was going to do. It's like I had something that I was going to do and I couldn't remember. Plug in my phone. Elephant moving services. That might be my favorite one. That might be my favorite one. The elephant moving services for the A's. It is 6-0, 6-1 A's. They were trying to win that series, I believe. It's just, great minds thinking alike, Flick. I think that's all that is. Appreciate everybody that stopped by for the stream. We have had, let's see. We've got a few unsubscribed people in here. If you are unsubscribed, what's stopping you? Hit that subscribe button for me and join in. We got 15 people in here. Appreciate it. If you're new here, just hit that subscribe. Hit the subscribe button for me. Hit the subscribe button for me. And I hope you enjoy the play-by-play, whether you're a D-backs fan, Mariners fan, or just a baseball fan. Got nothing else to do on a Saturday night but hang out with me and watch baseball. 18-year-old me would wonder what I was doing. Actually, 18-year-old me stayed home a lot on Saturday nights and watched baseball, so I don't know why I made that comment. They're not here. Exactly. Yeah, they're not here. So who knows? We don't know anything. Here's Cattell Marquis. Oh, you didn't send it over here, the gabagool. I need a nice gabagool provolone vinegar pepper sandwich, courtesy of Tony. Here is Cattell Marte. He takes low ball, and that gabagool didn't stand any chance, did it? Did it, Gunny? 1-0 on Marte. Mariners have still not had, Diamondbacks have still had a base runner every inning in this series. It's 12. Can we have a clean inning? Tough order, tough part of the order here, 2-3-4. The 1-0 to Marte. Fouls that one off 1-1. Marte grounded into a double play in the first inning, his first time up. 1-1 here from Wu to Marte. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning, 3-0 Mariners. Not even an hour into the game yet. These games fly now with the new rules. Wu is ready, and his 1-1 pitch to Cattell Marte. Just outside, 2-1. Pretty good pitch. A lot of movement on it. That was probably one of those ones, if it didn't move, it might have been called a strike, but it just had enough movement on it to be called a ball. Move this over here. Sorry, guys. 2-1 pitch here from Wu to Marte. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Good pitch by Wu. Trying to move my light here a little bit. There we go. That's probably worse. 2-2 here. I knew it didn't. Oh, look. VV's in the house. All right, Flick. There you go. They're proven. VV's in the house now. Welcome in everybody that is joining. The 2-2 pitch to Cattell Marte. Way inside, 3-2. Wu doesn't. I'm going to sound crazy because he's got 3 shunnings. Wu doesn't look incredibly sharp tonight. I'm certainly not going to complain about 3 shunnings, and the Mariners pitching staff sets the bar so high. But I would say Wu not his sharpest tonight so far. The 3-2 pitch to Marte. Outside ball 4. And again, I think, is that every inning the leadoff guy has reached? Another inning, another base runner. That's now 13 innings in this series, and the Diamondbacks have a base runner every inning. William, welcome in, my friend. Thank you, Flick. Through 4 innings, but yeah, point stands 56 through 4 for Fott. Here's Corbin Carroll. So you got to be careful here with walking Marte. He's got Carroll and Christian Walker due up. So you got the meaty part of the order here. Marte, a leadoff walk. Second walk for Brian Wu, and his pitch to Corbin Carroll showing bunt. That almost hit him up high. Guys, if Corbin Carroll wants to get himself out, please let him. I'm sure he's trying to bunt for a hit, but if Corbin Carroll wants to make an out in a 3-0 game, please let him bunt, guys. Just FYI, Mariners. When good hitters want to make outs, let them. Just kind of my philosophy there. Runner at first, nobody out here. Diamondbacks had a base runner every single inning in this series. Will they make it 27? Here is the 1-0 pitch from Wu to Carroll. Down low, 2-0. Actually, a pretty good pitch. Murphy doesn't frame that very well. 97, 2-0. So Wu having trouble finding the strike zone here in the fourth. Like I said, Wu's not looked too sharp. Does he have a strikeout yet? I feel like he doesn't. He doesn't have a lot of swing and misses either, I don't feel like, at least. The 2-0. Carroll fouls that one off, 2-1. Beers, love it. Love it. Appreciate it. No, I'm glad to see you in here, William. Flick, you need soccer scores and then the Modern Exterior Solutions commercials. That's your MO. The 2-1 pitch. Carroll's going to pop that up. Wong's going back in fair territory. He's got it tracked and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. One down here, and that will bring up Christian Walker, who walked his first time up. For the commercials. You never know. Maybe I'll get commercials one day. If you guys are new to the stream, hit that like button for me. And don't forget to subscribe as well. Here is the power hitting first baseman, Christian Walker. 1 out, 1 on. Wu comes set and his pitch. Outside, 1-0. 95 on that pitch from Brian Wu. Definitely sleepy. Let's see, that would be their third one. Second one, that'd be their third double play if they can turn one here. We'll take it. They can get it. The 1-0 to Christian Walker from Brian Wu. That's going to catch some gap. That's going to get down into center field. That might score Ketel Marte. Julio's going to get it in. Marte's rounding third. Colton Wong bobbles. I don't think they would have had a play anyways. It's 3-1 on an RBI double by Christian Walker. Now, Brian Wu, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be, but Brian Wu does not look sharp. I don't know. I'm not as in on Brian Wu as everybody. I mean, I don't think he's bad or anything like that, but I mean, I don't know. Just doesn't look super sharp. Does he even have a strikeout? Does anybody have the box score? I don't think he has a strikeout yet. RBI double for Christian Walker. 3-1 Mariners here, and that will bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Dominic Canzone. That is the first. Exactly. He's all for him. That's actually the first run the Diamondbacks have scored on a hit in this series. Here is Canzone. He takes strike. That was a good pitch. Upper part of the zone. Good pitch from Wu. 0-1. Wu comes set his 0-1 to Canzone. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good tailing fastball there for strike 2. Ketel Marte led off with a walk. Corbin Carroll popped out. Christian Walker put one into the gap, which scored Marte easily to make this 3-1. Runner at second, 1 out here. Diamondbacks still cooking. Wu is ready with his 0-2 pitch. Looks the runner off at second. And the pitch. Line drive, base hit into center field. That's an 0-2 pitch, just catching way too much plate. That'll score a run. It's 3-2. Yeah, Wu is not, I don't know. I'm just not. I'm sounding negative here because they're giving up some runs, but I was never enamored with him in the minors either, as someone that I thought was maybe much more in a back end starter. That's an 0-2 pitch right down the middle. Like, Wu throws strikes. That's a good trait, but you got to throw quality strikes. Go for a couple of mute. 3-2 here. 0-2 pitch again, just catching way too much plate. That will bring up Jake McCarthy. Mariners letting this one slip a little bit here in the fourth. Runner at first with 1 out. Wu's pitch. Outside, 1-0. That's been kind of, that's like, Wu throws a lot of strikes, and that's great. But that's an 0-2 pitch right down the middle. And there's throwing strikes because you can throw strikes, and then there's quality pitches. The 1-0 pitch from Wu to McCarthy hits that one foul, 1-1. And Wu just doesn't, it's just a lot of that, like an 0-2 pitch there just catches way too much of the plate. Your 0-2 pitch cannot be where that one was to Canzone. Cannot be there. And that's where it's command versus control. Wu has good control, but that pitch cannot be right down the middle. It doesn't have to be a ball. The 1-1 to McCarthy, that's a slicing drive to left field. Cade Marlowe coming over, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Retreating to first is Canzone. I would try and get 5 out of Wu here, and then I might turn it over. Bases loaded again. So the Phillies making a rally against the Pirates there in the Battle of Pennsylvania. 3-2 Mariners here, top of the fourth, couple runs on a double by Walker and a single by Canzone. Good thing for the Murphy home run. Here is Josh Rojas stepping in, runner at first with 2 outs. And Wu comes ready, and the pitch. Pops it up. It will get out of play. I'm going to check Wu's line after this inning because I think he's got 2 walks and no Ks. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, like it was right down Broadway. Yeah, that it could be that too, Fleck. It could just be a little bit of just being gassed as well. The 0-1 from Wu to Rojas. Little chopper off the mound. JP fields it. He'll step on the bag at second for the out. That'll retire the side. The Diamondbacks do get 2. We head to the top of the 5th. It is now a 3-2 Mariners lead. And and listen, the Mariners are kind of spoiled with their rotation because some of these guys just been so good. But I'm not like anti-Brian Wu. I think he's a good prospect and someone that, you can build around and have in your rotation. But I think I agreed. I think like Flick said, I think he's hitting a little bit of a wall. Like Sleepy said, just too many 0-2 pitches that are catching way too much zone. And I think it's why the Mariners are going to look for a veteran starter, not to just help limit the innings of these guys, but to also, get, someone there, just a veteran presence in that rotation, I think would help as well for this team. So, messed up my mic here. There we go. Hopefully the sound is okay. I hit a button there by accident. I want to check Brian Wu's line because I don't think he's been particularly good today. Yeah, Wu, 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, no Ks. That's not very good. The 2 runs in 4 innings isn't bad, but 2 walks and no strikeouts is bad. Like, if Wu had 5 Ks, no walks, and gave up 2 runs, I'd say whatever. Yeah, I'm curious. Jerry DiPoto said he was going to pitch through the year, so I don't know what that meant. I don't know if they're moving him to the bullpen or something, but we'll see what ends up happening there. No strikeouts. I said 7. Boy, I was way off for my over-under on strikeouts. And I don't know, the D-backs may be a very low-rate strikeout team. I'm not sure on that. But either way, it's still not super impressive. This is one of those games, if Wu can get you through 5, I'll be okay. Let's see if the Mariners can add on. That'll be a big factor here as well. Hopefully they can get a couple more runs. Great pitching matchup tomorrow. Luis Castillo and Merrill Kelly will go at it. From the desert, there is Luis Castillo. And here is Colton Wong. And he takes a high strike. It probably was a strike, but man, I feel like it's a pitch that Wu hasn't gotten, but whatever. Strike 1. Fott looks in, and his 0-1 pitch to Colton Wong is low. Close pitch, good take. 1-1 to Colton. Top of the 5th, 3-2 Mariners here. If you're new to the stream, please hit the like and the subscribe button for me. Fott steps in, settles in, the 1-1 pitch. That's a good pitch. Drops in, breaking ball, almost a little backdoor 2-seamer or something there. Drops in for a strike, 1-2. Oh, God. Did he give up any in his last start? I think he was able to keep the home runs down in Minnesota. The 1-2 to Colton Wong. Misses down low, 2-2. I'll say 1. Just because he limited him in his last start. But we'll see. I think 2 is a good over-under. They always seem to come in like 1 inning also for Castillo. Fott's 2-2 to Colton Wong. And the pitch. Line drive foul. We'll do the 2-2 again. Fought at 61 pitches. Love to be able to get into that bullpen. Hopefully get that pitch count in the 80s here by the 5th. Let's see if the Mariners can add on. If the Manimal is back in here, congratulations. You won the contest tonight with the Murphy home run. And Murphy, the first here's the pitch. Almost hits Colton. Well, I don't know how that didn't hit him. 3-2. First time that Mike Ford has not won the home run contest for anybody either. 3-2 on Colton Wong. See if the Mariners can get their leadoff hitter or their 9-hitter leading off this inning on base and turn the lineup back over. The 3-2 to Wong. Pops that one up. Shallow left field. Going back is the left fielder and makes the catch is Corbin Carroll. That carried to the warning track. 1 out. Yes, the Manimal won the home run contest. The Manimal is on the board. We have a 3-way tie at 1. Almost think Colton Wong should have let that 2-2 pitch hit him. I don't think it would have hurt him too much. Natural reaction is to dive away from a pitch, but I think that would have been a pretty soft one. Could have had the leadoff guy on. Yep, 3-way tie. 3-way tie between Flick, Gunny, and Animal. Here's J.P. Crawford. He's 1 for 2. And he'll take a ball. That was borderline. He'll take it, though, for a ball, 1-0. 1 out, nobody on here, top of the 5th, 3-2 Mariners. Fott is ready in his 1-0 pitch to JP. Misses inside and low, 2-0. Stretch a little bit here. Oh, if you guys are new to the stream, hit that sub button, hit the like button for me. Trying to get to 2,000 subs and trying to get the watch hours up to be monetized. So I'd appreciate all the support. The pitch to 2-0 to JP. Drops in there for a strike, 2-1, top of the zone. Good pitch. I don't know if it was where he wanted the pitch, but it was a strike. JP steps back in. Fott is ready. Pitch count clock going way down to 1, and the 2-1 pitch. JP fouls that one off, 2-2. That pitch was number 67 from Fott. I kind of thought they would. I kind of figured they would do that. Yeah, because that was a tough play. Manimal, if you can get, or not Manimal, sorry, Sleepy, you can get back in here, appreciate it. No worries. Have a good night, my friend. And thank you as always for joining. That's inside to JP, and it'll be 3-2. But thank you as always for joining, my friend. Have a great night. If you can't get back in here, no worries. Hope you can. Hopefully it's a quick game. The Mariners just set them down. We don't have to worry about it. 3-2 to JP. So that's 3-2 on both hitters so far here in the top of the 5th. Here's the 3-2. Way up high, misses ball 4. JP is aboard with a 1-out walk. And that'll set the table for Julio. Julio's been red hot. He is 0 for 2 today. But Julio had a nice night last night, reached base 3 times with a double single hit by pitch, and was red hot in Minnesota. So let's see what Julio can do. 2 for 6 in this series. All good, Christian. It was 2 sac flies and then a Tom Murphy home run. So the Manimal is on the board with the pick. Julio hits the first pitch, foul down the right field line. Good hack at a fastball right down the middle. It was a sac fly from Tom Murphy, a sac fly from Eugenio Suarez, and then a solo home run for Tom Murphy. Diamondbacks had an RBI double from Christian Walker and a RBI single from Dominic Canzone. Julio steps in. The 0-1, JP on it first with a 1-out walk. The 0-1 to Julio is low. Actually, might have caught the corner, but Carson Kelly kind of dove for it, so it's a ball, 1-1. Fought at 71 pitches. Would love to get that to like 80, 85 here and maybe get him out after 5 and get into a bullpen that might be a little tired and has been struggling a bit for the D-backs. The 1-1 pitch from Fott to Julio. Ground ball, that's going to get through on the left side for a base hit. Another one, the Mariners had a lot of hits that are 2 inch to the right. They're double plays, but they are finding the holes. First and second with 1 out. Let's see if the Mariners can get those runs back that they gave up. Yet we had the Murph bomb. And now we've got 2 on with 1 out as Julio is aboard with a single. And that will bring up Eugenio Suarez. Now is here Carson Kelly going to come out and talk to Fott. Probably get him to calm down a little bit, just a walk, and then a seeing eye single from Julio. I will say, too, I got on Brian Wu a little bit in the 4th. I mean, Christian Walker is a really good hitter. But that the one that really got me was that 0-2 pitch to Canzone that Wu threw. Just caught way, way too much over the heart of the plate. Gino 0 for 1 with the sac fly. 225, 14 homers, 704 OPS on the season for Gino. See if Gino can get that power stroke here. I guess the power stroke is safe for Mike Ford, the F-350, so that's the power stroke truck. The pitch to Gino. Swing and a miss, slider just outside. Gino sitting dead red fastball, took a hack at it and missed. 0-1. JP had a 1-out walk. Julio singled. Colton Wong flew out to lead off the inning. Then JP walked and Julio singled. Apologize for the dog bark in the background. Here's the 0-1 to Gino. That ball's hit pretty deep to left field. Going back is Thomas. Going back. He makes the catch in front of the warning track. 2 down. Almost doubled up JP. I thought that was headed for the gap. That looked good off the bat. Thought that was going to get down. But it's just a routine fly ball. That was hit hard. Man, that outfield is big. Woof. Not a good night for the Rays. The Astros run differential blowing up big time there in a good way. How's that Rangers-Padres game going? Here is Cal, first and second, 2 outs. That's a shame. I thought that was going to get down for Gino and get probably 2 runs in there. Sometimes that's the difference in the game. It's amazing baseball. Julio's little seeing eye gets through. Gino belts it pretty hard, and it's caught for an out. Here's Cal Raleigh. He's 1 for 2. That's inside. Ball 1. Almost hit Cal. Thought's had a few that have almost hit guys. Nothing intentional, just breaking balls. Scott holding it up. Are they going to take a look at this to see if it hit Cal? I don't know if I even want. Yeah, they're going to keep playing. I'm like, I don't even know if I think I'd rather have Cal bat here than load him up for Teo, who's kind of been ice cold. 1-0 to Cal Raleigh. Next pitch from Fott will be 76 for him. First and second with 2 outs. The 1-0 to Cal. Swing and a miss. Good change up there. 1-1. That's good news for the Mariners, especially if they can hold on. Texas down 4-0 to the Padres. If the Mariners can hold on here and Texas loses, they would be within 5.5 of the Rangers, who I think will eventually drop to one of those wild card spots, in my opinion, but we'll see. The 1-1 to Cal. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Like to see the Mariners get a run here. Thought Gino had one, but Thomas tracked it down into the gap. Especially if the D-backs scored the 2 in the bottom of the 4th. This would be a big momentum getter for Arizona to get out of this. The 1-2 to Cal Raleigh. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Mariners get first and second, 1 out, but can't get any more. Fountain wiggles out of trouble there in the 5th. We had the bottom of the 5th, and it remains 3-2 Mariners. Yeah, that was a bad at-bat by Cal. Just swinging. He's the only guy really seems to be swinging and missing today. The rest of them seem to be getting some contact. Like, I'm not going to get on Gino too much. He hit that ball pretty solid. But, man, rough at-bat from the big dumper. This is one of my most viewed streams so far. We're almost at 100 total views. Normally I get that after the game, and we are only in the bottom of the 5th. So if you guys are new here, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday night. So far, so good for the Mariners. It was a little better a few minutes ago. It's 3-0, but still in the lead here. Going to the bottom of the 5th. Oh, I know you have, William. All good. No worries. I think we're all like a little tired too. I am. So no worries if you guys are just, hanging out. I appreciate it. Just being in here helps my channel because it gets me the watch hours and everything that I need. So really do appreciate it. Flick, appreciate it. Yeah, fought at 78 through 5. I imagine he'll come out for the 6th. I don't really know. I know he's only made a few starts, so I don't know where they have him in terms of like a pitch count limit or anything like that. But I imagine we'll see him for the 6th. And then get into the bullpen and hopefully do some damage. In the meantime, Brian Wu needs to hold him down here. Mountain 5th. Like I said, I don't think Wu's been particularly sharp. 2 walks, no Ks through 4 innings for Brian Wu today. But let's see if he can get him through 5. Would be in line for the W if he can. For the Diamondbacks this inning, I believe it'll be Thomas, Kelly, and Perdomo due up here, if I have it correctly. Some Diamondbacks promotional stuff. I believe that is Alec Thomas stepping in. It is the number 8-hole hitter, 1 for 1 today. That pitch drops in, breaking ball, strike 1. He had a good battle with Wu his last time up. I think he saw about 9-10 pitches and singled up the middle. That was the one where JP was kind of in between catching it or playing it on a hop, and it just scooted past him. The 0-1 Inside almost hits him 1-1. I will say it again. 13 innings of baseball this series. The Diamondbacks have had a base runner every inning. It feels like the Mariners have had base runners every inning too in the Diamondbacks defense. So we'll see. I'm curious what the Mariners is as well. I know they didn't have a base runner in the first inning. The 1-1 to Thomas. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. 97 bomb the zone. 1-2. Tampa Bay 2 only relevant. Tampa Bay 2 only relevant team to say 11. Let's tell this, by the way. Yes, Vivi, thank you for taking over. Appreciate that. But hold on. Is that because Tampa wasn't Tampa down like 13-0 to Houston? The 1-2. That's a line drive. That's going to catch some gap. Another 2-strike pitch that's just right down the middle of the plate. This is going to be a triple. Thomas is going for 3. He is in there with a leadoff triple. Unbelievable. Woo is not sharp. He is not sharp at all. That's another 2-strike pitch that's just right down the middle of the plate. Cal wants it up high. Right. I mean, not right down the middle, but not at all where Cal wanted it. Terrible 2-strike pitch from Woo. And this game's going to be tied here in a minute, maybe worse. Unbelievable. Here's Carson Kelly. I don't know. Brian Woo is just not. He early on, he really impressed me. But the last few starts, I have not been very impressed. The strikeouts have dropped. The walks have still been fine, but it hasn't been quality strikes he's thrown. The pitch to Kelly, line drive, base hit, tie game. Get him out. This is getting bad. Take him out. 3-3 game. Brian Woo was handed a 3-0 lead. Just had to get through 5 to get a win. Couldn't do it. I'm not trying to be negative about it, but I don't know. I just didn't think he looked sharp in the first few innings. I'll talk about more in my post game. 3-3 game. And Thomas and Kelly are not great hitters either. Like Christian Walker is going to get you. Now you're back to the top of the order. I know Woo's only at 59 pitches, but here's the pitch to Perdomo. Pops it up. That will get out of play for strike 1. I mean, I don't think Scott should take him out. You almost have to try and get it through 5. But very frustrating. All tied at 3 here, bottom of the 5th. Woo's 0-1 pitch to Perdomo. Fouls it off again, 0-2. Let's see if Woo can have an 0-2 pitch that doesn't go right down the middle of the plate. Everyone left. We only have a few people in here now. It's not over, guys. 3-3. Nothing to be overly concerned about, but got to find a way to get out of this here and get the bats back out there, and hopefully they can rebound. And Perdomo will take his time. 0-2 calls his timeout. Yeah, it really does. Really does. And I think you're right, Flick. I think he's just kind of hitting his wall here. I think it's just like you said, it's in that kind of rookie wall a little bit. The 0-2 to Perdomo, inside 1-2. And again, it's just how it looks. Like he just hasn't been very sharp. No strikeouts today. The command is not good. It has not been good today. And that's the difference between control and command. Control's fine. He's not throwing a lot of non-strikes, but he's not throwing a lot of quality strikes. The 1-2. Popped him up. Murphy's going to give it a look. It's going to get out of play again. I would not be shocked at all if the bullpen is stirring a little bit here. Oh, I knew you were here, Gunny. I knew some of you guys were here again. It was just like it got quiet, and I didn't want people to think I was trying to be negative. I'm not, I like Brian Woo enough. I'm just, I think there's some underlying things where, this frustrating game, 3-0 lead, going into the 4th, should be able to hold that. Woo's 1-2 to Perdomo, runner at first with nobody out. The pitch, again, catches a lot of strike zone. Julio ranging over. That was hit hard, but Julio makes the catch for the first out. Yeah, if Woo can get through 5, just take it because he's going to hit pretty hard here. I knew you were in the house, VV. I knew you were here. Oh, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I've had a few of those. Gravy's good tonight, Gunny. Here is Ketel Marte. He has walked and scored a run. Runner at first, 1 out. Woo's pitch to Marte. Fouls it off straight back, 88, way up in the zone there. Yeah, right now, Woo's pitches are getting over the plate, just not really quality. Even Perdomo hit that out pretty hard. So you really just have to find a way here. I mean, if Woo can get you through 5, take it, and then get the bullpen going probably for the 6. I know it's a little earlier, I'm sure, than Scott would like to. But it is what it is. Woo's 0-1 pitch to Marte, just outside. Pretty good pitch there, 1-1. The debate in the chat, I like it. Who's the better stats provider? It's been a struggle. Woo is ready. His 1-1 pitch to Ketel Marte. Comes set and the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's one of Woo's better pitches. Good two-seamer, bottom of the zone. Swung over the top of it and missed. 1-2. 67 pitches here for Brian Woo. 3-3 game. Alek Thomas led off the inning with a triple. Carson Kelly singled. Geraldo Perdomo flew out. Now it's 1-2 on Ketel Marte from Brian Woo. And the pitch. Line drive, base hit into center field. Another 2-strike pitch that is right down. Brian Woo throws strikes. He does throw them. That's the difference between like a Woo and a Castillo. And I know Castillo hasn't been great. Look at this. I mean, it's off the plate a little bit, but it's not a good 2-strike pitch. First and second, 1 out. They haven't shown the Mariners bullpen, but it's got to be stirring. I mean, even the out by Perdomo was hit hard. Woo was just getting hit really, really hard here. And now you've got to deal with Corbin Carroll and Christian Walker. Listen, I get people like, oh, you got to take him out here. You can't just burn through the bullpen. So I get you're trying to get him through 5. I think if, like Logan had gone 9 yesterday or something, you're probably pulling him here and going to Brash in this spot with runners on. But, Brash pitched a lot yesterday and everything. So you got to try and let Woo get you through 5 and just hope he's able to get Carroll and Walker out. It's going to be a tall task. Here's Corbin Carroll, first and second with 1 out. Woo is ready and his pitch. He's going to get Carroll to fly out here. Teo coming over, calling off Julio. Get out of the way, Julio. Makes the catch. Runners will hold, and there's the second out. Get me one more, Brian. Find a way to dig down and get me one more out here. Here's Christian Walker, who had an RBI double his last at bat. Yeah, this feels like kind of the game, doesn't it, Fernando? They really it's hard to take him out here. I'm with I've kind of been calling for it, but it's like the bullpen worked yesterday. I think you try and get him through 5 here. We'll see. We'll see what Walker does. I wouldn't have been against them taking him out. The pitch to Walker down low, 1-0. But I don't think it's bad to try and get him through 5. If you can, you take it and you go to the pen in the 6th. Seriously, yes, Gunny, yes. It was good to see that. That was the plays they've been running into each other there. Good call. A 1-0 pitch to Walker, up high, 2-0. If Walker reaches, you have to take him out. They've not sure. There's the bullpen. Gabe Spire getting loose. On deck is Canzone. I don't know if Canzone's a switch hitter. He does hit lefty. I don't know if he's a switch hitter or not. So I imagine this is Woo's last hitter. I imagine no matter what. And be careful. I'd rather have a walk here than Walker hit one out. So be careful. Don't give him a good strike. See if he'll chase something. Woo's 2-0. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch underneath the zone there. Low, 2-1. Walker sitting dead red. Think he's getting something middle. Good pitch there by Brian Woo. 2-1. 3-3 here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Runner at first and second. 2 outs for Christian Walker. Mariners trying to get one more out of Brian Woo here. His 2-1 to Walker. Line drive right to J.P. Crawford. Hit hard, but J.P. makes the catch. Not a pretty 5 innings for Brian Woo. The Diamondbacks strike for another run, but we will head to the top of the 6th, all tied up at 3. Woo does manage to get through the 5 innings, and I think you have to turn it over the pen now. I know he's only at 70-something pitches, but it has not looked pretty for Brian Woo. I think that's what they tried to do there. And they went low in the zone too. I think they had the right call. I didn't see where that last pitch was that Walker lined out to, but I think that's a good call on that, Gunny. Wow, at bottom of the third, Nationals. Nationals been feisty this year. They're better than they've certainly been competitive. I wouldn't call them good, but they've been a competitive team. Why did I just go to my weather app? Oh, we are getting some storms out here, so maybe that's why I subliminally went to the weather app. Let's check out the comments here. Yeah, another good job there. Made the catch, take it, getting out of it. Oh, well, hopefully you saw it, Fernando. They did get out of it. Need some runs. Flick, we'll go nuts. Yeah, let's go nuts. Honestly, I mean, that is, wow, 13 runs for Houston. They are taking it to the the Rays. I mean, I'm not even trying to be like unfair, but 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, no Ks. That's like one of the worst 5-inning, 3 earned run outings I've seen. Like, Wu was not sharp at all today. The whole game, he had him out on family dude, but hey, just me too. Find a way. This team's in, like we talked about, this team just needs wins. No more pictures on scorecards. Just win baseball games somehow, some way. If you guys are new to the stream, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button for the stream. Here is Teoscar Hernandez inside 1-0 from Fott, ball 1. It's been a while for the Mariners. Logan Gilbert did do it this year. It usually, I mean, it went from like you'd get 10 or 12 a year from a team. You're lucky if you get 1 from your team this year. It just doesn't happen anymore. 1-0 to Teo. Ground ball through for a base hit. Leadoff single. Talk about the Diamondbacks having a lot of base runners. The Mariners have 2. Find a way. Got to find a way to get Teo 90, 100, 200 more feet or so here to get him home. Leadoff single for Teo. But yeah, I would say there's usually like maybe 2 complete games a year from each team. I could be wrong on that. Maybe on average. There's usually a few, but not like how it used to be. That's for certain. Let's put out some good vibes. Let's get a run here. Let's get a couple runs. Here's Ty France. Runner at first, nobody out. Fott throws over to first. Teo is back. Ty, then the Murph. No, excuse me. Ty. Yeah, Ty, Murphy, Marlowe, and Wong. Let's see if they can find a way to get Teoscar home and get that lead back, then turn over the bullpen, see if the bullpen can get you 12 outs. Ty steps in, the pitch, inside, 1-0. Good take. Yeah, Gilbert did it on the 4th of July for the Mariners, but it is definitely few and far between. Kyle Nelson, a left-hander, getting loose for the Diamondbacks. Imagine for Marlowe. So I imagine it's going to be France and Murphy for Fott, and that's probably going to be it for him. Here's the 1-0. Tie up the middle, base hit into center field. First and second, nobody out. You have to score here. You have to find a way, guys, to score here. Like, I know I'm sounding, but you've got to get that run back. Get a little of the good vibes going back. It was Gilbert, Flick. You were right. Here comes the pitching coach. This pitching coach from the Diamondbacks, he's like this kind of this old guy. He looks like he's seen a thing or two in baseball. I love those guys that have been in the game for like 60 years. That you can't phase these guys, you know, the old crafty veterans. It's why I like Pete Carroll. It's like nothing's going to surprise these guys that are in their 70s and have been coaching these sports for 40 years. Like, you know, they could have bases loaded World Series. Like, yeah, it's what it is. It's baseball. First and second, nobody out. Got to find a way here. Murphy coming up, Mariners' hottest hitter probably at the plate. Yeah, tied up at 3. Alec Thomas leadoff triple last inning for the Diamondbacks. Carson Kelly base hit. Wu was very lucky to get through 5, Moses. He was not super sharp, but he did. 3-3. The Mariners do have first and second, nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Exactly. And I used to hate Dusty Baker. I thought he was terrible. But now I've got to the point I have a ton of respect for Dusty. Like, he's been around the game so long. He's seen it all. Like, you know, when watching that, you know, here's Murphy. He takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Good pitch from Fott. First and second, nobody out. Mariners had first and second, one out last inning and couldn't score. Need it now with a tie game. Murphy's 1 for 1, a sac fly and a home run. The 0-1, outside, 1-1. Teo on at second. He led off the inning with the single. Ty France followed with a single up the middle. Exactly. Exactly. The 1-1 pitch to Murphy. Ground ball, this could be 2. Perdomo flips it to second for 1. On to first for a double play. Hernandez, Mateo moves to third. I can't get on Murphy. He's been so good. Perdomo to Marte, on to Walker for the double play. That's frustrating. Murphy's been so good recently. I'm not going to get mad at Tom Murphy. That's just, it kind of feels like one of those games, just letting these opportunities by, and that's going to do it for Fott. They're going to go to the bullpen and get Nelson to face Marlowe. I think you have Dylan Moore bat here. I think you'll see Dylan Moore pinch hit for Cade Marlowe would be my guess. Top of the 6th, runner at third with 2 outs. That's going to do it for Brandon Fott. He cannot win this game. He could still lose it. First runner at third, 2 outs now for the Mariners. Top of the 6th, we are in a commercial break. It just feels like one of those games. You know, Gino drives into the gap last inning. It's caught. Murphy grounds into the double play there. It's just been frustrating. Yeah, they are taking it. Irish Panic, welcome in. If you're not subbed, you hit the sub button. Yeah, the good news is the Rangers are losing, but more important, we need the Mariners to come back here and find a way. Absolutely, for Dusty's been around forever. Like Flick's mad. I mean, no, I'm too. I can't get on Murphy right now. Like if that was Ty that hit the double play, I would lose it on Ty. But Murphy's been so in fuego hot recently that Murphy, he doesn't get a pass, but like that's what makes it even more frustrating. Like I can't yell at the Murph right now. I'd rather have Ty grounded the double play. I can yell at Ty. If you guys are new to the stream, please hit the sub button, hit the like button for me. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday night. Pitching change here for the Diamondbacks. Fott's night is done. He is still on the hook for the runner at third. I thought you were. I think I've seen you in here before, Panic, so I appreciate it. I hope you're having a great night. Mariners can still pick up a run here. Runner at third with 2 outs. Cade Marlowe is the scheduled hitter with a lefty pitcher coming in. My guess would be Dylan Moore is going to pinch hit here. Who else could you pinch? Ford's not going to pinch hit. Trammell's not going to pinch hit. Kellenick's foot fell off, so he's not available. Who else do you have down there that I'm missing? Trammell, Demo, Caballero. Could have Caballero bat. Cade Marlowe is a switch hitter. Here's Kyle Nelson. 50 strikeouts to 9 walks in 39 innings. Man, he's been good. 3 ERA, 5-2 record. That is an outstanding strikeout to walk ratio. So this is not going to be an easy task here for the Mariners. I would assume Demo is going to bat. I mean, you could have Marlowe bat right-handed. He hasn't played much against lefties, so I'm assuming he is stronger from the left side of the plate. So you could have Cade Marlowe bat. He has hit the ball pretty hard twice, but I would imagine we're getting Dylan Moore here pinch hitting. We'll see. Just showing us, okay, we get it. Yep, there's some bros and some tank shirts for the Diamondbacks doing their thing, having a good time on a Saturday night. It is Cade Marlowe. Oh, he is not a switch hitter. I don't know. Why did I think Cade Marlowe is a switch hitter? He takes low ball 1, so Marlowe's staying in. A little surprised here that you're not having Dylan Moore bat, but probably because there's no more lefty relievers would be my guess. The 1-0. Marlowe fouls it off 1-1. So my gut is they are going to leave Marlowe in because they know they're going to face more righty relievers later on. Runner at third, 2 outs. Marlowe can find a little hole somewhere. Mariners will take the lead. Nelson's been really good this year. His 1-1 to Cade Marlowe. The pitch. Fly ball down the line. That's going to go foul, and it's 1-2. Some pretty good hacks there by Marlowe. Good contact. See if he can find a way to drive in Teo. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of a disappointing inning for the Mariners. Just like last inning, first and second, 1 out, didn't score. This inning, first and second, no outs. And they're 1 strike away from not scoring here. Nelson is ready. His 1-2 to Cade Marlowe in the pitch. Fouls it off again. This is coming down the line. This might get down. It's foul. Oh, man, that carried. way foul, but man, I thought that was going to get down for a second. Cool, man. Appreciate it. Well, welcome into the stream. Thank you for joining. Yeah, they're sticking with Marlowe. Did Kel get a team or league penalty? Wait, what? Wait, what happened? What are we talking about? Oh, the kick. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm like, wait, where are we on here? Like, what are we talking about? The 1-2 to Marlowe, up high 2-2. No, I don't think he did. I mean, the injury, I think, is enough. I would too, Gunny. I'm with you because that just hurts the team. It's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. That was a crazy 3 games. All 7 games against the Twins are pretty wild. The 2-2 to Marlowe. Good take by Cade Marlowe, 3-2. Wow, really good take there. Good at bat here by Marlowe. Like, I mean, honestly, this is a good pitcher. He just missed an opposite field 2-run home run. Fouled off some tough pitches. Let's see here. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As soon as I compliment it, he goes down swinging, and that will retire the side. Last 2 innings. I mean, I'm not asking for much. I'm asking like a run each inning here. And it's why people are frustrated with this offense still. Just opportunities wasted by this team. We had the bottom of the 6, still tied at 3. I mean, yeah. I mean, just frustrating all around. Honestly, you know what bat was really frustrating was Cal's last inning because I feel like he's a guy that should come through. Just one of those games here for the Mariners, looks like. So I will repeat it again. We have played 14 innings of baseball against the Diamondbacks, and they've had a base runner every single inning. I will say I think the Mariners are far behind. Can the Mariners have an inning where they do not allow a base runner going to the bottom of the 6? I'm assuming Gabe Spire is coming on here. I agree. They should have had at least 5. And Flick, I don't even think that's asking too much. That would have been 1 run last inning and 1 run this inning. First and second, 1 out last inning. First and second, nobody out this inning. Truthfully, those are innings you should turn into big innings. I mean, I will never sit there and say, oh, you should have scored 8 runs because that takes a lot of things going your way. But I don't think it's crazy to say they should be at 5. I don't think that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's what's so frustrating. We're not asking them to hit like 3 straight doubles there and make it 8-3. You know, I'm asking for a sac fly and something there to make it 5-3. That's all. I'm not asking for miracles. At the same time, though, it was 3-0, and Brian Wu was just not sharp enough to get him through. Is that for the Astros? Yeah, they are. Can we borrow like 3 of those runs, Irish, from the Astros? Can we have a couple of them? I'll take one of them, actually. Star Wars night still in full force in Arizona. 3-3 here. Sorry, as we had at the bottom of the 6. I wish it was 4-3, but it is not. We'll see if we have a new pitcher here. I believe leading off will be, should it be, is it Cantel? It's no Walker. It's going to be Canzone leading off. So I imagine Canzone, McCarthy, and Rojas. It should absolutely be Gabe Spire or Saucedo in here. I will not be happy if Brian Wu is back out there. It is. It's Gabe Spire taking over on the mound. Spire in 43 games, 4.01 ERA, 33 2/3, 35 strikeouts, 5 walks, good strikeout to walk ratio. Spire's been solid. Not dominant, but good. Might be getting a pinch hitter here. I'm not sure. Nope, Canzone will step in. We are ready for the bottom of the 6th, 3-3 game. Can the Mariners have a 1-2-3 inning? They do exist. The pitch. That is in their inside corner for a strike. Good pitch from Spire, 0-1. Spire was really sharp in that Twins series. Not surprising, a very lefty-heavy Twins lineup. Spire is ready with the 0-1 pitch. And here it is. Outside 1-1 with the slider. It'll be Canzone, McCarthy, and Rojas, the scheduled hitters here in the bottom of the 6th. If you are new to the stream, do me a favor, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Spire is ready in his 1-1 pitch here to Rojas. And the pitch is in there for strike. Not Rojas, Canzone. I apologize. 1-2. I think I said Rojas was due up 3rd, so I had that name in my head. 1-2 here on Canzone. He's 1 for 2. He's an RBI single. That made it a 3-2 game in the 4th. Spire is ready, and his 1-2. Fouled off. I hate that behind. The Diamondbacks do a lot of that behind the catcher view, and I can't stand that. I cannot stand that behind the catcher view. I know some people like it, like in football. I hate the behind the quarterback view. Gives you no depth perception of the field, at least on TV. Spires 1-2. Grounder foul. We'll do it again. Stefan, I'll be honest. I don't know if you watched the game or not. I did not think he was particularly sharp. 5 innings, 3 runs, but 2 walks, no Ks. He got hit pretty hard. I thought he was fortunate to get through that with what he did. I'm glad he got through that 5th inning there. So I'll give him the guts, for doing it. The 1-2, Canzone pops that up. It's going to get foul, and we'll do it again. But I did not think Wu was particularly sharp today at all. Stefan, we missed you early on to get your pick in for the home run. The Manimal got it tonight. So Flick, Gunny, and the Manimal all tied at 1. But still, the offense has had opportunities to add on. The 1-2, down low 2-2. And this will be the 8th pitch of this at-bat coming up. Man, I'll tell you, this D-backs team has some feisty hitters. Like, it has not been a lot of easy innings for Mariner pitchers. Topa is getting loose in the bullpen. Imagine he'll come on if we get to any righties, or probably for the 7th inning, depending on what happens here. Spires 2-2 to Canzone. Line drive, caught by Wong. Wow, what a play by Colton Wong. Hops up, makes the catch. Good play by Colton Wong. Canzone just a little out in front of that. Nice play by Colton Wong for the out. There you go. In the lab, testing stuff and doing everything in there. It is almost football time. You can smell it in the air. Nice play by Colton Wong. Good hops there. That's one of the better defensive plays we've seen from Wong. 1 out, nobody on here. And now bring up Jake McCarthy, the right fielder. 3-3 game, bottom of the 6th inning here from Chase. McCarthy showing bunt and offers at it and misses 0-1. McCarthy definitely trying to bunt for a hit there. 0-2 with 2 flyouts today. McCarthy 1 for 5 in this series. 1 out, nobody on here, bottom of the 6th. 0-1 from Gabe Spire to Jake McCarthy. And Spire's 0-1. Swing and a miss and a good slider, 0-2. Good pitch there by Spire. Run calling a... it was legit. It was legit. You can go back and look in the chat. It was there, the 0-2. McCarthy on the ground. Wong backhands it over to first in time. McCarthy runs well, and that'll be the 2nd out of the inning. 2 down, nobody on, and that will bring up the 3rd baseman, Josh Rojas. It will feel like football season. Oh, I'm in Arizona, man, so I'm with you. It's about 112 out here, so I can relate to you on that, my friend. Rojas is 0-2, flew out and reached on a fielder's choice. Spire is ready, and his pitch to Rojas. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 94 on that fastball from Spire. For the Mariners in the 7th inning, they will have Wong, JP, and Julio due up. I imagine Nelson will stay in for Wong and JP. The 0-1. Rojas grounds it foul, quickly 0-2. We'll see if Caballero bats for Colton Wong or if Dylan Moore bats for Colton Wong in the 7th inning. We'll see. I would imagine so, but you never know. Spire is ready with an 0-2 pitch here to Rojas, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and we have done it. It is the first 1-2-3 inning of the series for the Mariners. The first time the D-backs have gone down, not in order, but the first time 1-2-3, no base runners. We had to the top of the 7th. It is still knotted up at 3. The Mariners looking for that big run to take the lead. So are the Diamondbacks. If you guys are new to the channel, please like the stream, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It just helps out the channel a whole lot. And thank you guys for watching, because that helps me as well for the watch hours. So thank you all very much for being here today. We're about almost 2 hours and 20 minutes into the stream. The game's probably at the 2-hour mark after the next inning. Going fairly fast. Been a lot of base runners. Not a ton of runs, but a lot of base runners here. My next live stream, join us Monday. Me and Rooftop will be doing Red Sox Mariners. We're going to try on Tuesday, if I can get off work early, to do a trade deadline stream. That'll be really fun. 8-3 Yankees up on the Orioles. Not good news for the Mariners there as they're trying to catch the Yankees. I think the only real good news for the Mariners today, Angels lost, but that was at the expense of the Blue Jays winning. And then Texas was getting beat up by the Padres, last I heard. So not a ton of it. And the Mariners blew a 3-0 lead. So, most important thing for the Mariners is they got to win. There's some good Modelo's commercial. No, Lowe's commercial. Apologize for yawning. I work Saturdays, so I'm a little beat up here, but still having a great time on the stream. Yeah, this might be my most viewed stream for sure. And we're still in the 7th inning of a tie game here. Let's see the word big. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, that sounds really good. Ooh, Moses, you're making me jealous. Pittsburgh and Philly in a battle tonight. Hannah, appreciate it. Go Phillies, I guess. Going to the top of the 9th there. So last licks coming up for the Fightins, for the Fightin' Phils. Yeah, they did. They got Max Scherzer. I will say this. I think Scherzer's a bigger name than he is player at this point, but a guy with a lot of postseason experience, he'll help them. He'll definitely help them. But, I don't think it's as big a steal as some people think. I think that's a lot of money for Scherzer, too, as a pretty much been – here's the pitch to Caballero, who's pinch hitting for Wong, fouls it off 0-1, who's kind of been a 4th starter this year. But Texas is going for it. They're in the lead in the division. They're going for it. Yeah, I think Houston wins the division. I've been pretty steady on that. I think now you got Alvarez back and Altuve back. I think Houston wins that division still. The 0-1 to Caballero. Fouls that one back. 0-2. Nelson does remain in for the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks bullpen has struggled. Nelson is not one of those guys that have struggled. He's had a nice season for the Diamondbacks. He's got Caballero 0-2 here. Caballero pinch hitting for Colton Wong. And the 0-2 to Cabby. Down low, 1-2. Good take by Caballero. That does sound good. I don't know why that sounds really good. The baked potato sounds great, too. So does the chicken. All of it sounds good. Mariners have let some opportunities go by in the 5th inning. 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Didn't score. 1st and 2nd, nobody out last inning. Couldn't score. See if they can get something going here. The 1-2 to Caballero. Line drive. This should get down. It will. Another leadoff single for the Mariners. Jose Caballero. Man, the Mariners have like 4 or 5 leadoff singles this game. Sorry, it looks like the stream went in and out for a little bit there. Apologize about that. Nothing wrong with that either. That sounds good. I'm a big lasagna guy. Some baked ziti, some lasagna. 1 on, nobody out, and that will bring up JP. See if the Mariners can find a way here to scratch out a run. They've gotten the base runners. Just got to finish this off. JP 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Nelson's pitch up high, 1-0. Julio on deck. I imagine this is going to be it for Nelson. I imagine he'll face JP. We'll see. I don't know if anybody's getting loose in D-backs bullpen. I have not seen. Throw over to first. And they're not going to show me. I'm sure the announcers said it, but I didn't hear it. He is back safely. Now that is a good one right there, Gunny. Just need a cigar to cap that off. Astro, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, man. Hope you're doing well. The pitch to JP is, a little high, but it's called a strike, borderline. Some Hawk stream. Oh, yeah, I'm doing some Seahawks streams. They'll be happening. In fact, I will be doing the Hall of Fame game with Sideline Report on August 3rd. We're going to do the Football Hall of Fame game, the Jets and the Browns. So be there for that, guys. The 1-1 pitch to JP. Swing and a miss. There goes Caballero. Safe. Close. I don't know. You want to take a look at that. JP swung and missed. 1-2. Think he just got in there. I think he just did get in there. You guys may not be interested in the Jets or the Browns, but it'll be fun to have football back and do a stream. She swung and missed. Let's see. I think he's in there. Close. Are they challenging this? Good slow-mo. I think he's just safe. I don't see where you could overturn that. I don't think you're getting a challenger. 18 steal from Caballero. The 1-2 to JP. Fouls it off. Good job by JP Steele. Now you got 3 chances here to get a run in. Yeah, I think he was. I think he was just safe, Flick. It was close, but I think he's in there. Can the Mariners actually do something with this? Even if JP can ground out and move him over here. The 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Caballero making things happen. You're not going to put Caballero in the Hall of Fame, but a good scrappy player, leadoff single, steal second. Miguel Castro, former Oriole, getting loose in the D-backs bullpen. Those are some high socks. He's got them rolled up above the knee. 2-2 to JP. Good take. Down low on a slider. 3-2. Good pitch from Nelson. And a great take from JP. 3-2. Julio on deck, who I imagine will face Castro. I'm cleaning up the plate there or something. Good at bat here by JP. Even if he can move Cobby over, that would be great. Or if he can just find a way on, or a base hit and give the Mariners the lead. The 3-2, Frank Nelson will step off. Thought we were over this stuff, guys. Thought this couldn't happen anymore in baseball. If you guys are new to this stream, please hit the like button. Please subscribe as well. Helps out the channel. Nelson's 3-2 to JP Crawford is on the way. And that is strike 3 call. That's JP's mad, but that's a pretty good pitch. I think that is a strike on the outside corner. It's borderline. JP's mad, but I think that's a strike. Hawks, the old days, and they're bringing back those uniforms as well. So I think they're going to be good. I don't know. It's going to be tough. Can they beat the Niners? Yeah, 18 steals for Caballero. Insane. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. I'm glad. Sideline brought you here, man. Sideline's the man. I'm excited to stream with him. Yeah, Flick, JP can throw his arms up in the air all he wants there, but that's a good pitch. And that's just a shame because you don't even advance Caballero. Even if he rolls over and grounds out on that, at least Cobby moves to third. Now you need a base hit. Yeah, going way back there. The old, AFC, NBC games in the late window, the Seahawks and Broncos and the Raiders down in LA and Oakland. Pitching change here. Yep, thank you, Flick. Miguel Castro will be coming in, replacing Nelson. Caballero on at second, 1 out here for the Mariners. They had first and second, 1 out in the 5th, did not score. First and second, nobody out in the 6th, did not score. Technically, runner at second, nobody out here in the 7th. And it's going to be up to JP and Gino to find a way. I wonder if Cobby tries to steal third. Castro coming in 4.10 ERA on the season. Oh, Stefan, man, absolutely need it. Need it. They've needed them the last few innings, but they've got to find a way. Too many chances. Wow, Houston pounding Tampa today. Not a good day for the Rays. The Astros making up. They'll be a game back if San Diego holds on to beat Texas today. I will still maintain I think Houston does win the West. So we'll see. Pitching change here. We are in commercial break. Runner at second, with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Thank you to everybody that's in here. We got 15, 13 in here. Hit that like button, hit the sub button if you haven't already. Really appreciate everybody that has joined the stream. If you're not subbed yet, I'm on the road to 2K, so if you can just hit that sub button, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. So Castro coming in here. We'll get a look at his numbers here in just a sec. Wonder if Caballero maybe tries to steal third. I don't know if you do that with Julio up. Here's Miguel Castro with the really, really high socks. And we're not going to get the numbers because we got to look at the Arizona Diamondbacks U of A t-shirt that they will be doing. It's on Warren Moon throwback jersey. I'm for it. I'm all for it. I was a big Warren Moon fan. I'm nothing against that. I love the Hawks all year. They're one of the rare teams action. I do like their current uniforms. I think their current ones are fine. And the throwback is good. I think it's a good yin and yang of the uniforms. I still prefer the throwback. But I like their current uniforms. The ones I didn't like were the ones they had from like 02 to 11, that middle one. Here's a pitch to Julio. Ground ball. That's going to be fielded by the second baseman, Marte, over to first. 2 outs. And that's where it's just frustrating. If JP could have done that, it would be runner at third with 1 out. Now, then Julio does that and you score a run. I know easier said than done. Castro on the year, 46 games, 41 innings, 34 Ks, 18 walks. Yeah, seriously. It's up to Gino, runner at third with 2 outs. Can the Mariners find a way to get this run in and take the lead? The pitch to Gino is a strike at 98, bottom zone, good pitch, 0-1. And this is the top of the order. Runner at second, nobody out. They need to be able to produce a run. Another runner at third with 2 outs. Castro's 0-1 to Gino. Fouls it straight back, quickly 0-2. Gino, good timing on that pitch. Just a little underneath it. 0-2 on Eugenio Suarez. Caballero's on a third. Steal home. Just run. See what happens. Oh, this team. The 0-2. Ground ball right to the third baseman, Rojas. Over to first, high throw, field, and that will do it. So frustrating. It is so damn frustrating. Sorry for my language, guys. I'm tired. Like, this is why people are absolutely frustrated with this offense and have every right to be. These last 3 innings is atrocious. And I'm not even asking them to have like 8 runs. They should have 6 runs on the board. Give me one more run. Like, just atrocious with this team. So frustrating. So, and Flick, it's like, I think you're the same way. I'm not asking to have 7 runs right now. They couldn't have scrounged out one more run in these last 3 innings. Unbelievable. So frustrating. So frustrating. Warren was in 97 and 98, I believe. Yeah, Moon was still in the Vikings in 95. 97, 98 was with, 97 and 98. The 99 was Kitna. No, Hasselbeck was in college, I think, in 95. Hasselbeck took over in 02, or he came in 01, started, then 02 is when Hasselbeck really took over. 95 for the Seahawks would have been Rick Meyer, and then John Freeze in 95 would have been the quarterback situation in 95. 96 was also Meyer and Freeze, and then Meyer was traded to the Bears for 2 first-round picks. In 97, it was Freeze. He got hurt against the Jets, and then it was Warren Moon's team the rest of the way until Kitna came in. All good, Flick. No worries. You're also a little frustrated from the Mariners right now, so I get it. Your mind's not in the right spot. But just so frustrating from this team. I mean, I praised early in the game. They were doing some good situational hitting. And I want to be clear, I'm not asking this team to have like 8 runs on the board. If they would have 4 or 5, that's not anything crazy. But it's just poor. The problem is this team is a lot of home runs and walks. So they don't have a lot of great situational hitters, which I get. It's modern baseball. That just doesn't happen anymore. But, just nobody moving guys over to get yourself in better position here. That's essentially 2 straight innings, leadoff guy at second without scoring. Just frustrating. You know what? He did get us 2 first-round picks. So at the end of the day, it wasn't the worst thing ever. And I liked Meyer his rookie year. Then he just fell off. That pitch is inside for a ball to Alec Thomas, who's been a bit of a pest to the Mariners today. Caballero will remain in the game at second. He's 2 for 2. Spires 1-0 to Thomas is in there for a strike, 1-1. Bottom of the 7th here, Gabe Spires still on, facing Alec Thomas. I imagine Topa will come in for Carson Kelly. Maybe not, because then you have Perdomo and Marte, so we'll see. The 1-1 from Spire. Thomas fouls it off, 1-2. Rick Quagmire, that's awesome. That's a good nickname for him. I never had heard that one. 1-2 on Alec Thomas from Gabe Spire. Next pitch will be the 18th from Spire. He pitched a shutout 6th inning. He remains on here, at least for Thomas in the 7th. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice pitch, 95 from Spire. And that will bring up the catcher, Carson Kelly. Checking some things on my phone here really quick. And that will do it for Gabe Spire. So he gets the first out of the 7th inning, and his night is over. And that will likely bring in Justin Topa here to get the last 2 outs. Yeah, WK, welcome in. Good to see you. But yeah, 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position again. And it's funny because early in the game, I praised them. They got some sac flies. I was like, hey, you know what? Like, good job getting the runs in. But even there, like, where's that big base hit? And the offense has been good in July. I don't want to hound them too much. But man, this has been frustrating. This has been so frustrating. Irish, I know, isn't it crazy? The Bears gave, and those 2 first-round picks, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think they became, it wasn't Walter Jones. Jones was there in 90s. No, yeah. I think it was Walter Jones and Sean Springs. Is that what they got for him? Was that what they used? I know one of them, I think, was Walt. Or was it the next year they got? But yeah, the fact that the Bears gave up 2 first-round picks for Rick Meyer. Could you imagine that happening today? There is no way anybody would give up 2 first-round picks for Rick Meyer. Let's just check some things here on the Twitter. Hope everybody's having a good night. If you just joined the stream, please hit the like and the subscribe button. check out the old comments here. Yeah, Springs was one of them. I think, was it Walter Jones? Walter Jones was a rookie in 97. Did the picks, were they the picks in 97? Was it future picks in 98? I don't remember. Yeah, it wasn't one No, Galloway was 95. Galloway was taken in 95, was his rookie year. But still, May. There was one team that's going to do it. Even that, I mean, for Rick Meyer, there's no way. No one's given up anything. I will say this for Rick Meyer. He carved himself out a career as a backup for 10, 11 years. Do I think he was a bust? Yes. But there were way bigger busts out there than Rick Meyer. He did carve himself out a career as a backup. So not the worst career ever. Certainly not worthy of the number 2 pick. If you go back and look at his stuff at Notre Dame, though, he had a really low completion percentage. I think in modern day NFL, there'd be a lot of red flags on Rick Meyer. Lower completion percentage, not the strongest arm in the world. So I don't think Meyer would even touch the first round in modern football. Here's Carson Kelly, Justin Topa, the new pitcher. And that pitch, beautiful two-seamer, drops in the bottom zone for a strike one. Yeah, you had Brian and Benny, right? Benny Blades and Brian Blades. Brian Blades stuff. Was Benny Blades on the Hawks for a little bit? Brian definitely was. The 0-1 outside 1-on-1, he was their best receiver for many years. Then he kind of flamed out a little bit as he got older into the late 90s. And then Galloway, Holmgren traded away Galloway and Amon Green when he came in because of the fumbling issues. The 1-1 inside 2-1 to Kelly. If you fumbled the football, you were not going to be long on Mike Holmgren's teams. That was just the facts. Holmgren was all about the ball, and I don't blame him. I get it. Pete Carroll a little bit more patient with those guys, but if you could not hold on to the football, you were out with Mike Holmgren. The 2-1 from Topa, ground ball to Gino, nice play, flings around, fires over to first, and in time for the out, 2 down. Nice play by Gino. 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th inning, still knotted up at 3. That will bring up the leadoff hitter. I always want to say Luis Perdomo. That's another player, right? This is Geraldo Perdomo. You had the Blades brothers, the Bates brothers as well. There was Michael and Mario Bates. Michael Bates was on the Hawks for a while, if I'm not mistaken. There was the Blades brothers. You had the Bates brothers too, Mario and Michael. And Chris Warren, really underrated back for the Seahawks. Here's the pitch to Perdomo, outside ball 1. I always loved Chris Warren. He was kind of like my first superstar player that I kind of grew up with for the Hawks. I don't know if he was superstar, but man, he carried some bad teams. And then the Tez, obviously, on the defensive side. The 1-0. Perdomo with a line drive into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. It was just too much to ask for 2 straight 1, 2, 3 innings for the Mariners. 2-out single, and that will bring up Ketel Marte. Blake Mason, quarterback, Rick Meyer, the second pick in the draft. Traded Chicago Bears for a first-round draft pick choice that the club used to trade up. Okay, and is that where they got Walter Jones then? I think that's where they took Walter. Dennis Erickson loved Walter Jones. The funny thing about Walter Jones, as you got Munoz and Saucedo getting loose in the pen, as Marte will step in. Topa's going to have to face at least 2 more batters here, unless he can get out of the inning. The pitch to Marte, up high, 1-0. But yeah, the thing with Walter Jones is he was actually not a 4-year starter at Florida State. I believe he's only a 1-year starter. Walter Jones, okay, it was Sean Springs, interesting. And but Walter Jones was more of a physical freak at the combine, and Dennis Erickson was actually the one that pushed for Walter Jones. The 1-0 pitch to Ketel Marte. There goes the runner. It's a strike, and it is a stolen base. So that was weird. It was the hitter stepped out, and I don't know if he tried to call for time. It's going to be a stolen base and a called strike, so base hit's going to give the Diamondbacks the lead. I'm nervous about this situation. Marte just stepped back and let him go. Topa not even paying attention. Now you got a runner at second here. 12th stolen base for Perdomo. And Marte, who's been tough. The 1-1 pitch, inside, 2-1. Like to have Munoz here. This is a tough spot here. Game kind of on the line. I mean, you can't take Topa out unless you're just willing to walk this next 2 guys, but you're not going to do that. A little nervous about this situation. The 2-1 from Topa to Marte and the pitch. Line drive caught by Caballero. That was stung. I've talked about some of the Mariners' frustrations. The D-backs have hit some things on line drives for outs this game, so they have every right to be just as frustrated about this game. We'll head to the top of the 8th. It is still 3-3. Can the Mariners score a run for Pete's sake? Houston obliterates Okay, so Jones was taken. So they would have had 3 first-round picks. Okay, gotcha. Is there? Okay, that makes sense. You know what? I honestly, I mean, I'm obviously rooting for the Astros to lose. You can understand that, Irish. But I really, someone's going to win the division, and I think it's going to be the Astros. If you can just beat Texas, I'm okay with it. You guys can have it. Beat Texas, knock them down out of the wild card, and then maybe the Mariners can find a way there. So someone's going to win the division. I don't personally think it's going to be the Mariners, but we'll see. But yeah, going back to Walter Jones, it was Dennis Erickson who absolutely loved Walter Jones. And you think of Walter Jones as a career had, you would think he was like a 4-year starter, just a stud in college. He was good, but he was more of a physical specimen who I think had a big combine performance. I don't remember all of it, so please, you're like, oh, you're wrong, Jay. That's not true. I could be off on some of that. But I believe that's what happened. And Dennis Erickson really pushed for the Walter Jones pick. It's just crazy how things work. I mean, one of the best players maybe in Seahawks history, and it was Dennis Erickson who got him here. It's the same thing. You know, Jim Mora was an awful head coach. People forget, though, Jim Mora was actually the one that hired Gus Bradley as his DC and Dan Quinn as the D-line coach, who went on to be head coaches in the NFL, really successful D coordinators. It was actually Jim Mora that brought those guys in. It would be, and they're tailing off a little bit. I still think they're good. Like, I think the Rangers are formidable, but they've definitely dropped off here significantly. We're in the top of the 8th here in Arizona, 3-3 game. It'll be Cal, Teo, and Ty, 4, 5, and 6. The Mariners have had the leadoff guy on. I haven't kept track, but I want to say like 5 or 6 innings here in a row. New pitcher is Kevin Ginkel. Is that how you say that? 35 games, 3-0 record, 2.31 ERA, 39 innings, 34 Ks, 11 walks. I know like last week at one point, there was a number that the D-backs bullpen had given up like 19 straight games with giving up a run. I don't know if, and I know they did yesterday, it would be very Mariners to be the team that gets shut down by that bullpen. Like if you have a bad streak going, play the Mariners. Even when the Mariners are good, that always seems to be the case. Oakland pounding Colorado 10-2. Rough game for Flex. Chris Flexen started for the Rockies. The A's could send a couple of those runs the Mariners' ways. It'd be appreciated. Here's the dumper. 1 for 3, single and a run scored. The pitch drops in for a strike at the breaking ball at 86, strike 1. Top of the 8th here, 3-3 game. If you're new to the stream, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. The 0-1 pitch to Cal Raleigh from Ginkel. Holds up, 1-1, or did he go? He did not, 1-1. Top of the 8th, close game here. All knotted up at 3 in the desert. And the pitch to Cal, that just catches the outside corner, 1-2. Close pitch, but it did catch, caught a bit of the strike zone, 1-2. So who's going to get that big hit for the Mariners? Who is going to deliver for this team? Someone's got to step up here. You know, Julio did it in Minnesota. Who can do it tonight in Arizona? Because they've had some opportunities that have gone awry. Who can be the guy? Can it be Cal? The 1-2 pitch from Ginkel. I like saying that name. Cal fouls that off at 96, top of the zone. Selected Walt with 6 pick 95 was acquiring draft day trade Tampa. Oh, wow. Man, there was a lot of stuff going on in the draft that when I was a kid, I did not realize any of that. Padres still handling the Rangers. Man, the Seahawks were trading like crazy in that 97 draft. The 1-2 to the dumper from Ginkel and the pitch. Good take by Cal. Changeup. 2-2. Changeup slider. Hard to tell. Looked like a changeup just kind of dropped out of the zone there. Good take by Cal. 2-2. Teoscar on deck. He's had a couple hits today. Mariners not lacking for hits. They've had the base runners. They just have not capitalized on it at all. At least certainly in the later innings here. Early on they did with some sac flies. The 2-2 to Cal. That's outside 3-2. Stop doing that behind the plate view, Arizona. Please, I'm begging you. I hate that view. 3-2. Let's see if Cal can get on base here to lead off in the 8th. It'd be another leadoff. I think it'd be the 4th straight leadoff hitter would have reached for the Mariners. The 3-2. Line drive foul. Good job by Cal. Stay alive. Good pitch there. Another change dropped out of the zone. Cal stays alive. 3-2. Yeah, Mariners had a leadoff guy in the 5th. I don't think they did in the 4th. I want to say 5th, 6th, and 7th. So if Cal can reach, it'd be the 4th straight inning with the leadoff man reaching. 3-2 to Cal Raleigh. 8th pitch of this at bat. Ginkel is ready in his pitch. Swing and a miss. 96 goes right after Cal, and he just swings through it. One down here. That'll bring up Teo. Minnesota battled back there. Sorry, punt. And then who else was the Twins fan here? Was it just punt? No punt intended. Royals take care of the Twins. They have won the first 2 games. Yep, just been frustrated. It feels like if they're going to win this game, someone's got to put one out of the park. It just kind of feels like that. Like they're just not stringing together enough hits. Here's Teo. He takes right down the middle, strike 1 at 87. I mean, they're just not getting any hits with runners on. Someone's just got to put one out of here. Easier said than done. The 0-1 pitch to Teo. That's in the dirt, 1-1. Mets battling back against the Nats, 6-4. Thank you, Hannah, for the update there. Appreciate it. 1-1 here on Teoscar Hernandez. 1 out, nobody on. Top half of the 8th inning. 3-3 game. The 1-1 to Teo. Swing and a miss at 96, 1-2. Thank you, everybody that's joined tonight. Really appreciate it. It's been definitely one of my most watched streams. For being so bad. It's possible. I think the Twins will pull it out. I think they're a decent enough team that they'll win at least 85, 86. But whew, I wish the Mariners were in the Central. That'd be nice. The 1-2 to Teoscar from Ginkel comes set. And the pitch. Teo swings and misses at a pitch that had no business ever being swung out by any hitter in the history of baseball. And Teo swings and misses, and that's 2 outs. I mean, good pitch. That's a good pitch. It really good. Can't tell if that's like a change or a slider. I think it's a slider. Just dives right at his own. Good pitch, but Teo with a brutal at bat. Oakland continuing to pound Colorado. He's frustrated, but first be frustrated himself. Can Ty France come through with something? Ty is 1 for 3 today. The pitch. Up high, strike 1. Top half of the zone. Catches it, 0-1. Ty 1 for 3 with a base hit today. On the year 248, 685 OPS. He has not homered since June. Just insane. Only 7 home runs for Ty. The 0-1. Line drive foul down the right field line. It's quickly 0-2 on Ty France. Atlanta takes care of Milwaukee. Atlanta stays red hot. Arizona actually did beat Atlanta 2 out of 3, I think, last week in a series. 0-2 on Ty France. Nobody on, 2 outs here. And the 0-2 to Ty. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nope, did he foul it? No, he did not. Ginkel fired up. That will retire the side in the 8th. We had the bottom of the 8th, tied at 3. Four, 5, and 6 due up for the 3, 4, and 5, I think, due up for the Diamondbacks. Yeah, I just more awful at bats. True, very true, Irish. That's the case. I think every team in the AL would wish they're in the Central. I mean, even teams in the East that are in first, even Houston, Texas, and Baltimore would certainly like to go over there and be running away with the division. That's for certain. At least the Mariners didn't strain any runners that inning. Made it a little less frustrating. I don't know what's more frustrating, getting the runners on and stranding all of them, or getting nobody on and just whiffing in 3 at-bats. There's some good news for the Mariners. Boston goes down to the Giants 3-2. Mariners could gain a game on the Red Sox and the Rangers possibly here with the win. We are 3-3. They'll go into the bottom of the 8th. I imagine Andres Munoz will be coming in. We'll see if Scott sticks with Topa. I'd imagine 3, 4, and 5. You're going to go Munoz here, though. Could go with Paul against the heart of the order. I'm going to plug my computer back in here. Just a second here, guys. There we go. Check the old comments section and see what's going on. He's in last place division. Would be like 3 games. Yeah, it's crazy. The Yankees are in last place, too. That just boggles the mind. Yep, I'm with you, Flick. Equally frustrating all around. And just this is like the middle of the order for the Mariners. This isn't, like 7, 8, and 9. I can get like whatever, but this is the middle of the order, just having pathetic at bats, leaving guys on. And this is why people are frustrated with the offense. This is absolutely why. we're not asking them to score 20 runs. I'm asking them with runners on base to just move some guys over and get runs in. 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position today. Andres Munoz, the new pitcher, 2.70 ERA, 23 innings, 33 Ks, 10 walks, 2-3 record for Munoz. It has seemed, Flick, you're right. I mean, Munoz has been great, but it does seem like this is kind of where he gives up that home run. Hopefully not. But it has kind of seemed like that. And he's got some tough hitters here. Here's Corbin Carroll to lead it off. First pitch is inside with a slider, 1-0. Carroll's 0 for 3, ground out, pop out, and fly out today. Mariners have done a good job keeping him off the bases all series. That might be the kiss of death. Grounder foul, 1-1, 96 on that fastball. A little low on the velocity there for Munoz. Yeah, exactly, Flick. And that's kind of where he's been in trouble. I think in these tie games, teams just sit. They just guess fastball. If they get one, they take advantage like Maldonado did in that Houston game. That's inside with the slider, 2-1. Definitely got a dust storm going outside here in Arizona. Don't know what it's like up at the stadium. The 2-1 from Munoz to Corbin Carroll. That stupid behind the plate view way inside, 3-1. Stop showing me the behind the plate view. 3-1 here from Munoz to Carroll. Got to come in with a strike. The pitch. Way up high, ball 4. Great start. Leadoff walk from Munoz. Munoz has just not been and like, again, I'm not trying to be, but Munoz just not as sharp as last season, especially that first batter. Always seems to have trouble finding the strike zone in that first batter. Leadoff walk. That'll bring up Christian Walker. Yeah, that was frustrating from a Mariners perspective in that game, but that was also Munoz just not. Yep, I'm with you there, Flick. Here we seem to go. Carroll's got good speed too. Here's Christian Walker. Throw over to first. Carroll's back in time. Corbin Carroll leadoff walk. Munoz slider not looking too sharp. And truly didn't have great command of that fastball against Carroll either. Even the one that Carroll fouled off was kind of outside. Here's Walker. Munoz's pitch is there goes Carroll to throw down to second. Not in time. And all of a sudden, the go-ahead run is at second base. Yeah, he's still been good. It's just that he doesn't seem quite as sharp as he did last season. That's close. I mean, he's in there, but is it worth a challenge at this point to maybe? Ooh. I think he's safe. He's safe. He's safe. Yep, that foot got in there. Carroll's safe. I'm not sure if Scott's asked. Are they going to look at it? Oh, I think he's one of the umpires. What are they doing here? Are they looking at this? He's safe. I think he did just get in there. Not the dumbest challenge, though, at this point to take a look. Murphy's going to come out and talk to Munoz. What is going on here? Are the umps going to discuss this? I would imagine so. He has not been very good. Yainer Diaz hopefully will take over that position soon, but I would certainly get Astros fans not being big on Maldonado. Is this just a mound visit? What is going on here? I think Scott wanted the umps to initiate that and take a look at it, is I think what Scott was asking for. It's a runner at second with nobody out here. So Munoz is going to have to find a way to wiggle around. That's why you can't. Do they call a balk on Munoz? Munoz comes set. And the pitch is a strike, 0-1. You might be way ahead of me, Flick, if they call a balk. Oh, is that why they gave him second base? Did they call a balk on? Oh, they called a balk on that. So that's why he got second with no challenge. Okay. Munoz steps off. Did they call him that? Flick said something about a balk, so I'm just wondering here. 0-1 to Walker from Munoz. I'm just going to call the game as I see it here and see what happens. The pitch, there goes Carroll. don't even throw down, and he has third base easily. Unbelievable. I'm so done with this team. God, it's so annoying. Leadoff walk and then just 2 uncontested stolen bases. D-backs just need a little sac fly here, and this game is going to be over. Unbelievable. Munoz with no ability to hold a runner on. Just let him steal home. Why not? Just do it. Unbelievable. The 1-1 from Munoz to Walker. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Unbelievable. Just so pathetic all around. I mean, just all those waste opportunities. And then, I mean, if you get beat by a home run, whatever. But, I mean, this is just like 1,000 paper cuts death. The 1-2. Grounder foul. Got to find a way to get a strikeout, couple strikeouts. Munoz is certainly capable of doing that. It'll be Walker, Canzone here. And you got Walker 1 and 2. Runner at third, nobody out. And it's on Munoz. Walk the leadoff hitter. Right? Listen, Corbin Carroll's a fantastic player. I'm not at all taken away from that, but Munoz is 1-2 to Walker and the pitch. Did he go? I think he went. He did not go, apparently. 2-2. Little things like that, you need those to, I mean, he might not have gone. It was close. Got to get a strikeout here of Walker, then maybe a walk Canzone. Try to set it on McCarthy run. The problem is there's good speed coming up for the D-backs. I don't really think you can do that. The 2-2. Ground ball right to Gino. That'll hold the runner. Throws over to first in time for the out. So 1 down. I was say, if the Mariners were batting here, there's no chance they'd get this run in, but we'll see if the D-backs. It's actually Murphy catching today. Yeah, Flick, I'm with you. I mean, just like the one at second I get, but the one at third is not even a chance. But it's why you can't walk the leadoff guy. Here's Canzone, runner at third with 1 out. Munoz looks in. And the pitch. Good pitch, 100, catches the inside corner for a strike. Nice pitch by Munoz. And Carroll's got good speed, so anything mildly deep is going to score him. I mean, you're going to have to get some kind of strikeout or pop-up. The 0-1. Ground ball, through the hole, base hit. That's probably going to be the ball game. 4-3 Diamondbacks, because the Mariners can't score in those situations. Runner at third and 1 out. The Mariners would have found a way not to score. That's for certain. That's for darn certain they wouldn't have scored with all their wasted opportunities. 4-3 Arizona. Munoz, just this bullpen's just not been clutch. Yep, it was all Munoz had. He's not going to throw the slider to a lefty, just sat on it. Irish, you got to I appreciate that support, but I've been watching too much of this team to know how these games end. But I appreciate that. McCarthy, line drive, that's going to be caught by Teo. They might double up the runner here, coming back to first, and they got him double play. And that will retire the side. We'll head to the 9th inning. Couldn't have gotten that earlier, and that was stung. We head to the 9th. Mariners going to lose this game. And listen, Diamondbacks hit a ton of balls hard too. So I get it. But the Mariners left so many guys on base, and then a walk, 2 stolen bases, and a base hits. Is that how they're going to lose this one? I mean, and listen, this is not a loss. They did. Like, I mean, they're capable. It's just, and maybe they do, but I mean, who's coming up even for the Mariners? Murphy, Marlowe, and Caballero. I just don't have a lot of faith there. It's just the game this team has lost all season. And I'm going to put it on the offense. I'm sorry, but I am. I get it. Munoz wasn't great in that inning. I mean, just a fitting way if they do lose it, but so many opportunities to add on, and they couldn't do it. I mean, just absolutely still a chance to win the series. And listen, if this was, if the Mariners were 4 games up on a playoff spot, I can let these wins slide. They cannot afford to lose these games. They were up 3-0. You've got to find a way. Brian Wu has to be better. He was not good. Munoz, you got to be more efficient or more aware of what's going on in the base pass. At least try to keep. I mean, here's the thing. Corbin Carroll's great. Like, it was a great walk. He stole a couple bases. Sorry about that, guys. I am back. But yeah, just, G-Man, good to see you, my friend. I'm doing well. Doing well. A little frustrated by this baseball, almost said football game. Hopefully the Mariners can make a rally here in the ninth. We'll see. 4-3 game. It is Ginkel still out there. He'll face the Murph to lead it off. Takes ball one outside. Yes, they did. Astros took care of business big time today over the Rays. The Astros getting closer to first place, that's for sure. Ginkel's 1-0 to Murphy. Line drive foul, 1-1. And this is just, they're up there. They needed to find a way and I know they've won a few in a row. I get it, but they can't afford that. They're going to be 5.5 out of a playoff spot if they lose this game. The 1-1 to Murphy. Did he check? He did. 2-1. Good take there by the Murph. Mariners looking to scrap out a run here, try to avoid another one-run loss. See if they can do it. I will have a post-game video up after this game, just kind of going over everything. The 2-1 to Murphy. Hit to right field, right to the right fielder, McCarthy. He makes the catch. 1 out. Well, I appreciate the Astros fans have more faith in the Mariners than the Mariners fans. We're going to get a pitching change. It's going to be Chafin, I think, coming in. And with Marlowe and Caballero due up, I imagine we'll see Dylan Moore here. Hope everybody's having a good night. Thank you, G-Man. I appreciate that. I know you guys got my back. I appreciate it. If you guys are new to the stream here, please hit subscribe. It's probably been one of my more successful streams. Thank you all for joining tonight. Truly, truly do appreciate. These are awesome. As much as the Mariners do frustrate me, we're getting a pitching change here in the ninth inning. 1 out and nobody on for the Mariners. The scheduled hitter is Cade Marlowe. I imagine it'll be Dylan Moore, though. For the most part, Astros fans like, and not this year, just in the playoffs. This year, that of course, that's like the one team the Mariners can beat somehow this year is the Astros. We can't figure out how to beat the Nationals, but, the Astros, no problem. Oh, I'm going to have a good post-game rant on this one if they lose, because how come every game I do just seems to frustrate me? Andrew Chafin, the new pitcher, the big left-hander, coming in. Chafin on the year, 8 saves and 12 opportunities, 4.24 ERA, 34 innings, 48 K, 17 walks. The Sheriff, I remember that used to be Chafin's nickname. Great mustache. And I imagine we'll be seeing Dylan Moore here, would be my guess. Site that get you Stitcher. Whoa. Is that I know DH Gate will send those. Is that what it is? Cade Marlowe's going to bat here. Is something happened to Dylan Moore? I'm really surprised they're letting Cade Marlowe bat against the lefty. That's a surprise. Is there somewhere Dylan Moore's not available? Here's Chafin's pitch to Marlowe, and that's in there for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. I'm really surprised we're not seeing Dylan Moore. Here's the 0-1 to Cade Marlowe and the pitch. He holds up 1-1. On deck is Caballero. I guess you'd want to find a way to get Julio an at-bat. Flick, I don't know. I'm surprised. I mean, Marlowe had a good at-bat last time against the lefty, but this seems like unless Dylan Moore's not available for some reason, the 1-1. Marlowe fouls it off 1-2. The goal here has got to find a way to get Julio an at-bat. But to do that, I think two guys are going to have to reach. 1-2 quickly on Cade Marlowe with Caballero on deck, and then JP, and then Julio. Chafin looks in. He's ready. His 1-2 pitch to Cade Marlowe and the pitch. Grounder foul. I mean, I'll say Marlowe's putting up some good at-bats here. Yeah, is it DH gate, G-Man? I have a Seahawks jersey from something similar, if that's not it. It was about $25-$28. It's a little, off, but it looks pretty authentic. The 1-2 to Cade Marlowe and the pitch. Line drive. This is going to catch some gap. Thomas going back. That's going to get all the way to the wall. This might be 3. Marlowe hustling for 2. He's on his horse. The throw will not be in time. He's in there with a triple. A 1-out triple for Cade Marlowe. And all of a sudden, the Mariners are a sac fly away from tying this game. Can they do it? I'm almost more nervous now because of this team's situational hitting. What a bad bat from Cade Marlowe. A 1-out triple. Can the Mariners get a sac fly and score this run? Not a good route there by Thomas. I think he tried to get it. I don't mean to sound so pessimistic, but I just have so little faith in this team scoring. Marlowe's got Flick. Where are you? Back me up. I know you feel the same way as me right now. It'll be Caballero here against Chafin. Just something, please. Just a sac fly. Anything for the love of Pete. Get me something here to score this run. Please. Please just do it. Chafin's pitch to Cobby is low, 1-0, borderline pitch. The Mariners get the benefit of the doubt there, 1-0. Runner at third with 1 out. Cade Marlowe with the triple. Flick, I knew you did. Irish can't get a walk-off. They're on the road, but hopefully a tie game here. Flick's right there with me. He understands. He knows the 1-0 to Caballero. Down low, 2-0. JP on deck, and then Julio. Please make my pessimism sound stupid, Mariners. Thank you, G-Man. I appreciate that. Beating the trash cans. We'll take it. We'll take it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. The 2-0 pitch to Caballero from Chafin. Down low, 3-0. JP on deck, then Julio. 3-0 here. Runner at third, 1 out. Should have just went home and tried to score on that and see what happens. My stream froze. There it is. It's back. 3-0 from Chafin to Cobby. I'd give him the green light, try to get that run in. He takes it 3-1. I mean, at 3-0, you might just get a fastball. That would have been probably a good pitch to swing at and see what you can do here. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. G-Man. Got to have a sense of humor. The 3-1. Fouls it off, 3-2. And I'm really am not trying to be negative, guys. I'm really not. I'm actually a really positive person. This team has just hurt me so much that my gut just tells me they're not scoring here. It's not meant to, I really am not like a negative person. It's just how this team does it to me. 3-2 on Caballero. Marlowe on at third with good speed. Can the Mariners find a way to get the run on the pitch? Swing and a miss. You got to be. Now, JP. Keep. It's up to JP. Runner at third with 2 outs. Nice bat, Cobby. Here's JP. Runner at third with 2 outs. Pops it up. It's going to get out of play. Strike 1. I almost did, Moses. I really try not to. I really try not to cuss because my kids could be watching. I really try not to, but this team has just drilled it into me. 0-1 to JP. He's been clutch. Let's see if JP can find a base hit here. The 0-1. Ground ball foul, quickly 0-2. Not quite. I held it in. I did hold it in. Thank you, everybody that's in the stream. I appreciate it. If you're new here, hit the like and the sub button. 0-2 on J.P. Crawford, runner at third with 2 outs. Chafin is ready. His 0-2 to J.P. And the pitch holds up. Good take by J.P. 1-2. Maybe a wild pitch. Put one in the dirt. Chafin, spike one. Spike a pitch. Something to get this run in. Anything. Anything to get this run in. I don't care how they do it. Wild pitch would be good. 1-2. How about a strike 3 wild pitch? The 1-2 from Chafin to JP. In the dirt, almost spiked it. He did. 2-2. Marlowe holds. Almost did. Good block by Carson Kelly. Boy, if that just bounces the wrong way off his chest protector, it's a tie game. Good block by Kelly. Gets in front of it. If that just hits a little bit to the right, do that again. This is how little faith I seem to have in the Mariners. My hope is wild pitches. Just steal home. Go, Cade. Run. Run home. Just see what happens. At least it'd be funny. The 2-2 to JP from Chafin. Kelly setting up outside for that slider. The pitch. Good take by JP. 3-2. Find a way to get Julio up here. JP can walk first and third. If he does. 3-2 here. Julio on deck. Cade Marlowe, 1-out triple. Caballero struck out. Thank you, everybody that's joined. If you have not yet, please subscribe and like. 3-2 from Chafin to J.P. Crawford. Marlowe on at third. J.P. stands in. The 3-2 on the way. Swing and a line drive foul. Good job by J.P. to get a piece of that. I thought he missed that for a second. We continue. Good at bat here by J.P. I'll say that. Would have rather had JP up with the 1-out at bat, but nothing you can do about that. Diamondbacks fans on their feet hoping for a dub. Mariners fans hoping to tie this game and keep playing. The 3-2 to JP from Chafin. Line drive foul. JP stung that. That probably would have been ball 4. I will get to some comments in just a minute here. I'm trying not to have any spoilers. 3-2 again to JP Crawford. From the sheriff, Andrew Chafin. Runner at third with 2 outs. He was on third with 1 out, but the Mariners got a Mariner. The 3-2 to JP from Chafin is on the way, and the pitch. Up high, ball 4. Julio's going to have a chance. First and third with 2 outs for Julio. Grant, welcome in, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Mariners are up here. Top of the 9th, down 4-3. To the Diamondbacks, first and third with 2 outs. Chafin is going to be pulled here, and it's going to be Julio Rodriguez up against a new pitcher. Oh, so you know how that feels, Irish. You've been heartbroken. No, I'm good. Montero was really good last year. That guy's been BABIP to death as a pitcher. But yeah, he's having a 2021 Montero. Oh, Moses, how sweet would that be right now? How sweet would a Julio bomb be right about now? I saw that. I saw Verlander possibly coming back to the Astros. I'd rather have Verlander than Scherzer if I was you guys. So I don't think that's bad at all. If you guys are new to the stream here, please hit that like button for me. And if you're not subbed, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 2K. Not going to get there tonight, but, we'll get one closer. 19 people in here. That might be close to a record for me. We got a tight situation here. First and third with 2 outs for Julio. Flick, I have no faith. I had no faith when Marlowe hit the triple, honestly. But we're here. We might as well hope, right? Hope can be a bad thing. It can be a great thing. 20 people in here, man. That's awesome. Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully, we're just getting started. Hopefully, Julio can do something. We can have a great, great moment and live stream memory. Let's hope, right? Unless you're a D-backs fan, then, not sure. But yeah, Strohs took it to the Rays. No, it definitely hasn't, Flick. Maybe he's due. I don't know. I think Verlander would be a solid addition. The Astros do need pitching. Losing Garcia. Is Urquidy out for the year? And then McCullers as well. The Astros just been hit hard by injuries this year. Wow, 2 more subs. Thank you, everybody that has joined the stream. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, everybody. Hope you're enjoying it I hope everybody in here is having a great Saturday night. If you're a Mariners fan, hopefully we're on the verge of a great comeback. Oh, that's who you're talking about, Moses Scott McGuff. I was like, who the heck is Scott McGuff? I saw your comment. He is coming in here to face Julio. He pitched last night. You know what would be a great stream? 22 people in here. Sicko, I know you need your D-backs to get a win. You know what? I'll be happy for you if they do. But I got to root for my Mariners. First and third with 2 outs here for Julio. Are we just getting the party started? Or is this going to be the end? Here comes Julio. Julio's had trouble in clutch spots this year. Your Urquidy is coming back. Okay. It's Magoo. Remember Magoo, the old Seahawks quarterback? Well, thank you, Hannah. Welcome in. 23. Wow, this is awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Mariners fan or D-backs fan. I hope you're having a good night, or Astros fans too. Here is Julio. Is it McGuff or Magoo? I'm going to go with McGuff. If I'm wrong on that, please tell me. Here's Julio. First and third, 2 outs. McGuff's pitch is outside corner, strike 1. Good take by Julio. Not going to do much with that pitch. 0-1. First and third with 2 outs. It's been a frustrating game for the Mariners. Can they have a big hit here? Can Julio be clutch? He has had trouble in these 9th innings. Can he do it? The 0-1 from McGuff to Julio. Fly ball. That's going to be quickly 0-2 on Julio. That one was there down the middle. 0-2 to Julio Rodriguez. The D-backs fans rising to crescendo. Tridents are up. The start, Yoda getting the crowd. Baxter dressed as Yoda for the D-backs, getting the crowd fired up. I still say maybe get that wild pitch. 0-2 to Julio. McGuff stands in. The 0-2. Line drive fouls it off straight back. We'll do it again. D-backs fans can't watch. I'm with you, D-backs lady. I can't watch either. At least you're an out away from a win. I'm an out away from being a very frustrated Mariners fan after this game. But thank you, everybody that's in the stream. I hope you're all having a truly, truly great and blessed night. The 0-2 from McGuff to Julio. McGuff. I want to say it's McGuff. His 0-2. The pitch to Julio. Line drive fouls it straight back. A little bit of a hanging slider there. Julio just gets a piece. JP's on it first with a walk. Cade Marlowe had a 1-out triple. Caballero unfortunately struck out, but it is what it is. Ooh, that's what I think Julio. A little high, a little tough to do much with that. We'll see. 0-2 again. The 0-2 to Julio Rodriguez. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, foul down the line. Barely foul. Ooh, that would have been nice. Good battle here by Julio. 0-2 to the kid. I feel like this is a really tense moment in this game. Well, it obviously is. It's a 9th inning. Of course it is. But it just feels tense. You got more people in the stream here too. McGuff looks in. He's got another 0-2 to Julio. Setting up high. The pitch. Up high, ball 1. Good take by Julio. I think a little higher than they wanted that pitch. 1-2. First and third. Can Julio find a gap? An infield hit, anything. What about a bomb? What about a Julio homer? What a moment that would be here. Guff is ready. The 1-2 to Julio. And the pitch. Up high, almost hit him. 2-2. I don't know if I'd rather have Julio here or Gino. I mean, you'll take the base runner, but kind of want Julio swinging the bat here, I feel like. Torey Lavello looks on. He's nervous. Scott Service nervous. I'm nervous. The 2-2. McGuff comes sets. The 8th pitch of this at-bat. The 2-2 to Julio. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 at a slider nowhere near the strike zone. And a perfect summation of the game for the Mariners. No ability to hit with runners in scoring position. 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position. That's not a good loss. That's not a good loss at all for this team. Bad at-bat by Julio. And that's that. Balk would have been great. Yeah, it just, Flick, I didn't have much disagreement with you. I was just, might as well try to be hopeful while I can. Sicko, good game, man. Hey, appreciate it. Thanks for being in here. Congrats to your D-backs for winning it. Christian, very good game. Just unfortunately, the Mariners are not in positions to be playing good games. I wouldn't trade Julio, G-man, but the Mariners can't just be, like I've said, the Mariners cannot tip their caps. Grant, appreciate it. Good game review. D-backs fan, good game, man. Appreciate it. And I don't mean that. When I say the Mariners can't take their caps, I'm not saying the D-backs didn't deserve the win. I'm saying the Mariners have to get these wins. When they're there for them, they do not have enough games left to give away. They're 5.5 back now. They've played great in July, and they're 5.5 out of a playoff spot. That's a lot. That is a lot of games to make up. And you have to make up those games against a very good team in Toronto. And you're going to have to pass multiple teams. So they were up 3-0 in this game, and they let slip. Brian Wu was not good. Flick, have a great night. Moses, good night. I'll do a quick little post game in here, and then I'll do my post game video. I don't know. I don't think that was on Scott, but to each their own. There, the players got to play. 0 for 11 and runners in scoring position. To me, is not on Scott. That's on the guys batting. They've got to come through. Brian Wu should have been better. He was not very good tonight. Munoz has got to attack Corbin Carroll in that 9th inning, in that 8th inning. Corbin Carroll's great. If Corbin Carroll hits one in the gap, you tip your cap. But you can't put him on. No awareness of any of the base runners there. And then just to sum it up, they get the triple and then don't score. I'm going to head out, guys. I'm going to do a post-game video. I'm out of here like a million later, guys. G-Man, have a good night. I hope everybody has a great night. Manimal, if you're in here, you won the contest tonight. Anybody new in here, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you for being in and joining the stream. Had a lot of new people join us tonight. Got up to 24 people in here at the end, which is really cool. So I appreciate that. Hannah, thank you. Boy, the Cubs on fire. Irish, thanks for joining me tonight, and thanks for everybody here for joining. Blame Scott's game at the rooftime. Yeah, I don't put this game on Scott. The only thing I would have gone on him for is why he didn't pinch hit Dylan Moore for Cade Marlowe, but then Cade Marlowe hit the triple. So I can't do that. Scott wasn't the problem. The problem is the players. It's always the players. The players have to play the game. They do. Managers can do little things here and there, but there was plenty of opportunities here to score, and they couldn't do it. So have a great night, everybody. I'll have the post-game video up in probably like 30, 40 minutes. So get ready for that, and I will break down a frustrating Mariners loss. But have a great night, everybody. If you're a D-backs fan, congrats. If you're a Mariners fan, get that Johnny Walker pouring tonight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Peace. Thank you again, everybody, for being in here. Love you guys.